Hello everybody, happy Wednesday. Y'all let me know if the audio for everything sounds correct. I don't have anything playing on the other screen yet, so you shouldn't hear anything else aside from my voice. Anyways, I hope y'all have had a good week so far. Tonight, we are jumping back onto Retro Achievements with another game from my childhood, another classic. Unfortunately, Rocket Power still does not have a list yet, and Super Mario Sunshine's list is actually, really challenging. So, maybe someday, though. Maybe someday. I mean, I think it's got subsets that are harder, probably, than the base game, though. But anyways, SpongeBob Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. This is a game. This is a very strange game, to say the least. It's definitely more on the weird side. Now, with this list, most of the achievements don't seem to be too difficult, but there are a few on here that probably will be a little more challenging. There's quite a few missables as well, so we're going to be saving a lot. So, I think that everything through there. Alright, so it looks like everything, at least through here, is unmissable and story-related. So a bunch of unmissable story-related achievements. This is not a super long game, either. So yeah, a bunch of unmissable story achievements. Then you have to collect all the doubloons in each area, as well as all the jellyfish in each area, and all the sand dollars at Goo Lagoon. So those are all just collectible trophies, or achievements. Technically, they're missable once you go to the Dutchman's graveyard, so as long as we're careful about it, we should be okay. Then we have the missable achievements, and these are the ones that I'm a little bit more worried about because most of them don't seem horrible, but there's a few that definitely look tougher. So, this first one with Gary's super easy, Squidward winning the race is easy, this power jumping one might not be that easy. The P-Tile in downtown, that one's actually pretty easy. This one shouldn't be too hard as long as I'm careful about it. This one is going to be a little tough because I got kind of close to it when I was practicing a while back. I got it down to maybe 2 after just a couple of attempts, so I don't think it's going to be awful, but it might still take a few tries. This one I am really not looking forward to. This one shouldn't be too bad. This one's easy. This one's not too bad as long as we save before it. I have no idea how to do this one. This one's easy. And I don't know why this one's not listed as missable. That's really weird. Why is that not listed as missable? That's not insanely hard with a decent run. This one could be potentially challenging as well. So there's at least a few on here that aren't going to be, it's not going to be the easiest game ever. Not going to be the hardest one I've done, but it's certainly not going to be the easiest one either. Alright, so I'm going to pull that up on my main computer here, my main monitor. By the way, Retro Achievements, Just Cause is getting a list now, the original Just Cause, which I am very, very excited for. I cannot freaking wait for that, because I never actually beat the game when I was younger, but I did play a good chunk of it on PS2. That should be an interesting one to play, because, I mean, Just Cause 2 was big in the early days of the channel, so yeah. Anyways, let's get started. SpongeBob Squarepants, Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. And as always, we're playing on hardcore mode. There's a way to make this full screen, right? Oh, but that transfers it over to this screen. I forgot it does that.
Games. THQ.
Okay, so we can do that. Hold on, I gotta fix the settings on this real quick. I am still not that knowledgeable when it comes to emulation and such. Okay, let me fix that real quick. We're gonna switch the monitors. Okay, that's correct. So displays up first over external. Then I'm going to move that to that side. And now we should be able to get it to work. Hey, Razvin? Okay, that's working. Yeah, I don't get why it does that. I haven't been able to figure that issue out yet. I've gotten most of the stuff worked out with this, but I haven't figured that one out yet.
Epic Games. THQ.
See how messy my desktop is.
Are you ready, kid?
That's not what I meant to do. Yes, I know that it's Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. So the Chronicles is on sale, Jurassic Park collection as well. Okay, I hear music, that's good. So you guys let me know if all the audio and stuff sounds good, if you can hear both me and that. Oh, hang on a minute. Need to move that over as well. Alright, I just need to get that border. Well, now that thing's acting up, so I'm not going to keep... I don't know if I want to keep messing with that. I can just end up cropping this when the eventual video comes out, so I'm not too worried about that. Because that's really weird, because like now this thing is so zoomed in. Okay, let me... Actually, no, wait, I can fix that. I can fix this. I can fix this. Alright, so now... Just need to extend the outer borders, I believe. Okay, that's better. And then... Nope, not that. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, nope, definitely not that. That's weird. It's like there we go. I don't know why I couldn't get it to do that at first. Okay. I've almost got it. I'm still getting some of this stuff figured out. I'm better at it than I was, but... Okay, so that should actually be everything. So we should be good to go now. Alright, sorry for that delay. Haven't streamed on RetroAchievements in quite a while. So, I wonder what controller setup I have. Please tell me I have all the buttons correct. Okay, I do. So, the one thing for me is that when I was a kid, I played this game on the GameCube version. I never owned the PS2 version of this. There's not really any differences as far as I'm aware.
What a silly dream. Mr. Krabs had to close the Krusty Krab. Like that'd ever happen. I have the feeling today will
be like no other day!
Now,
I'll see how it ends up looking, and if I have to change the proportions again, I can do that. Alright, first things first, get on some underpants. Alright, X to jump, we can chop with square, circles your ground pound. Triangle, I think does something eventually. The bathroom, because there is a bathroom you can use if you so desire.
Good morning, Gary.
Wait till I tell you about my crazy
dream where the Krusty Krab was closed and... Meow. Oh, you don't say. You had a dream too? Meow, 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 meow. That something really bad is gonna happen? Uh-huh. Meow, 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 meow. Whoa, that really is bad. Well, I know just the thing to cheer you up. I'll go fetch your favorite fetching stick.
I wonder what Gary dreamed of. And should I be concerned about what he dreamed of?
Don't you think your little friend Gary would like to play some fetch?
Yeah.
The narrator.
I guess.
Very well. Then move next to his fetching stick and press the action button to pick it up. Then you can carry the stick to Gary and delight him.
I think it's supposed to be the French narrator, but that isn't the most French-sounding French ever.
You didn't think
Then
I
again,
was
I'm
gonna
not saying
leave
I would be
for
any
work
better
without
at
a
it.
quick game of fetch, did you, Gary? Now come on, boy. Go long! Longer! Longer!
That's what she said.
What did you dig up outside, boy? There's something written on it. I think it says, Damger, Donut Opine, Orelsi. I wonder what that means. Well, maybe we should see what's inside. Oh, don't be such a soggy sport, Gary. What harm can there be in just a little peek? Just what I always wanted, a muddy little bottle. Just think of all the fun we can have cleaning it. Here we go.
Arr! Who summons me from my endless slumber? I'll have your eyes for appetizers and your insides for dessert, for I am the Flying Dutchman.
Sorry about that. Just hop right back into your bottle and we'll bury you back out in the yard so you can...
Silence! I'll not return to that prison ever again. And what's this? You've gotten into my treasure, have you? Ooh, I hate it when someone messes with my doubloons. Now, what shall I do with ye lowly knaves who dared stir me up? Let me consult my rule book on ghostly doings. In the case of accidental discovery and wanton disruption of my...
People have asked me not to talk during cutscenes, so that's why I'm not
must serve for
talking.
eternity on my bloody crew. Well, I ain't never been out to sea with a talking cheese block before, but rules is rules, so I gotta take you with me. Are you ready?
Hold on there, Mr. Dutchman, sir. Technically speaking, it was not me who found you. Gary's the one who dug you up.
Ooh, that's a relief. This little varmint looks like he can do 10 times the work, if he can survive my hypnotic spell.
Oh, no, not Gary. That's not what I meant. Take me, not him.
Too late. My decision is made. Now I've got to check on the treasure stashed back on my ship to make sure no one's been spreading that around. But I'll return shortly to pick up my new crewmate. Say your farewells before I return.
Don't worry, Gary. I'll think of something, and it'll be the type of something that will save you. You can bet on it. Oh.
Alrighty, so the Dutchman is threatening us, which is... Oh, thank God, it actually keeps track of your... Oh man, that is nice. I like that a lot. It's got an actual straight-up counter for each area telling me exactly how many I need to get. I like that a lot. That is going to make this a little bit easier, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and knock out our first achievement.
Who's afraid of the big bad Dutchman? Not us.
I heard that.
That's our first achievement. So we had to talk to Gary before he is taken by the Dutchman, which is something you only have a few minutes really to do. Because you can knock out Bikini Bottom very, very quickly. I'm not power jumping because there's an achievement related to that here in a second. I don't want to risk screwing it up. I actually want to go ahead and knock that one out, like, sooner rather than later, just so I can get it out of the way, because it is a highly missable one. The one good thing, though, is it's right here at the beginning of the game, so if I do miss it, it's not that big a deal. Just a quick reset. That I would do later, of course. I wouldn't do that here. I would just do that later. So I just want to go ahead and knock that out real quick, and then let's see. Yep, we got to manually save in this, because this is back in the old era when you had memory cards, actual physical memory cards. Some of my viewers probably are not even old enough to know what I'm talking about at this point. Because back in the PS2 and GameCube era... Oh, it's... okay. Yeah, back in the PS2 and GameCube era, you had to use actual memory cards.
Leave a letter tile
Little
sitting
actual
around like that.
tiles.
As if someone wanted me to find
About
it.
the
That is
size
no
of...
ordinary letter tile. It is
I
a
would compare
clue.
that to.
Gather all the letters that spell your name,
Maybe like an inch
and you will
across
have enough
and
clues to find a hidden
inch and a half
treasure.
long. Kind of flat devices, and that's how you stored all your data back in the old days. Okay, so I've seen a few videos of this list, at least, compared to some of them. So now... Oops. I may need to change the camera controls. I don't love that. So we have to get to that letter tile over there without power jumping, which is typically a very useful thing. And also you see in the bottom... Actually, let me make sure you guys can even see that in the bottom right corner. Oh, you can't. Okay, hang on. I need to adjust the frame size again. Hang on a minute. Okay, hang on a minute. I think I've got it now, though. Now, why does it... That's weird. It doesn't, like, fully... I wonder if it's something to do with my... Scaling to window also looks good, but it... That's just weird. I don't know why... Okay, if anyone has any tips on why it's doing that, please let me know, because... You would think it would cover the full screen. Is it just... I wonder if it's because of the... what my laptop screen is or something. I actually don't know about that, because, again, I'm still kind of newer to this, but... Let's see if I can look in... Maybe I just need to look into the settings when I'm... I don't think I can change that in this, though. Huh. Well, that's weird. I guess we're just gonna have to do it that way for now. I can crop that out in the final video, though, so I'm not too worried about it. I'll try to work on that off-stream, though, and figure out why it's doing that and how I can get it resized correctly. Or I just play it off of my second monitor, my external monitor. There's also a possibility. Okay, this is the hard part of the jump. Almost, actually. Almost. There's probably some kind of glitch you can use to get up there more easily. I wouldn't be surprised at all if there is.
Do not be
Do not be alarmed, Mr. SpongeBob. They are just giant clams. And again, aren't the giant clams the things that, like, tried to kill Mr. Krabs in that one episode in, like, season 1 or 2? Okay, let's try again. That is a tight jump, but I suspect there's probably, like, another way to get up here. Just, like, glitching your way up. I wouldn't be surprised at all if there is. I actually just want to mess around with it for a second and see if there is. I don't know, maybe. Just maybe. There's probably something, though, you can do. Okay, we do not have a downtown bus ticket yet, so we can't go anywhere, but...
Well,
What happens if I try to stand on this? Oh, no, that does not give you anywhere near enough air. Okay. I just wanted to try. Just wanted to see. I wonder if I'd be better off doing this once I have the jellyfishing outfit. I don't know if it really helps, but maybe it would. Oh, oops. Well, this is one of those places where save states would be kind of nice, just so I wouldn't have to keep going back here. But nope, we are going hardcore. I don't play these games on non-hardcore, unless it's a game that I really don't think I'd have any chance of beating without using non-hardcore. Which save states would have saved a hell of a lot of time and stress in Scooby-Doo, that's for damn sure. Almost. We're... Ah, man. I wish I could at least just power jump to the ledge and just, like, save time that way. Or up to the light, I mean. It's so close, so it's clearly doable. Well, if I could stop doing stupid stuff like that, that'd be great. That's entirely on me, though. That's entirely a skill issue. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, it'd be nice if you could save state while you were on top of the light, but again, we don't do that around here. Unless it's a game that I know for sure there's no way I can do. And yeah, what even is this back here, for anyone who's played this game? None of this makes any sense. Like, there's just this random rock that has, like... It looks almost like a building, though, sort of like it's part of the chum bucket that just randomly has all this green stuff sticking out of it. I don't get that one at all. I feel like there's probably a way you can glitch up to that. I feel like this game I know is buggy enough that there's gotta be a way to do that. But let me try something else first. I'm gonna put on the costume, the jellyfishing costume. I don't think it'll make a difference, but just in case. Get used to hearing this song because this is the costume you're gonna be using for 95% of the game. Today will be like no other day! Yeah, be prepared, because this is literally the song you're going to be listening to for 95% of the game, because it's really the only costume that serves a purpose for more than, like, 2 things in the entire game. Use the Mermaid Man costume for, like, literally about 2 tiles in the entire game, and same thing, the reef blower you use for maybe, like, 3 plus some other items. So the reef blower's a little more useful, but the Mermaid Man costume you literally use, like, twice in the entire game. And you don't even need it for the mission in downtown. You don't even need it. There's an achievement for doing it without it, and I did it without it when I was practicing this, so... You don't even need it for that one. I think the only thing you need it for is Chum World, actually, now that I think about it. Man! Yeah, I don't know exactly what... Actually, you know what? It's probably faster to just go off the clam. Okay, that is not faster. That's actually inefficient because it doesn't actually work. Yeah, it has been a long week or so. It has been very frustrating, some of the stuff we deal with. Namely, the Indian employee just constantly refused. Yay, we got it! We got it! Okay, that didn't take too long. It took a little bit longer than I would have liked, but that's okay. So now we can actually do everything here. Underpants, anytime you pick those up, you get a full healing. I guess you could say it that way. You can actually take 5 hits in this game from the start. Which is better than some of the other ones, because in Battle for Bikini Bottom it was only 3 at the start. That's one of the only ones where there's a restricted moveset in this game, so that's at least good. And I love that it has the tracker. That is actually awesome. I'm very happy about that, because that's going to make my life a lot easier to keep track of everything. That's already 2 of the 9 missable... Or no, there's 11 missables. So it's already 2 of the 11 missables, which is not bad at all. Again, though, those were probably some of the easier ones. And technically, everything becomes missable once you go to the Dutchman's Graveyard, and I honestly don't know how to do a few of the things in the Dutchman's Graveyard. Those are going to take some trial and error, for sure. Don't play from hooks! They will kill you! And then you'll be packaged into a can of tuna! Or you'll be humiliated in front of Pearl and all of her friends. That's another possibility. Okay, Bikini Bottom, though, is a very short area, as you can probably tell. It's a tutorial area. There's only 7 areas in the game. Bikini Bottom is very, very short and simple because it's a tutorial. Jellyfish, there are 6 different types. Green jellyfish are very shy. If you get near them, they will fly away unless you sneak up on them. Blue jellyfish are relatively skittish about things. They will run away from you, but quite slowly, so they're pretty easy to catch. Pink jellyfish, as you probably have noticed by now, go in a pattern. They follow a set path at any given time. Geez, SpongeBob, I'm gonna actually, like, try to grab him. Yellow jellyfish are slightly aggressive in that they will actually... So can you not... You can't do that at the same time. Yeah, they're a little more aggressive. They will actually chase you for a short time and try to sting you. So, I remember, I think I actually tested this in my other run of this game about this barrel right here. And how, like, if you don't destroy it, I don't think it doesn't actually soft block you like I always thought it might. Because you actually have to go out that door later in the game. I thought it would soft block you, but thankfully it does not. I finally got to test that so many years later, which was pretty cool. And then there's red jellyfish, which will actively pursue you for a while, and will actively try to sting you.
Don't be...
Surprised there's not an achievement for getting to this... Oh, no, you don't need to power jump, you can just glide.
Gee, Patrick, is everything okay?
Is not okay.
Not okay! Something fell on my roof and now my TV doesn't work! I can't get up there to fix the thingy and I'm missing all my favorite shows! No!
Oh, that's too bad. I wish there was something
Maybe
I
eat
could
a
do to
salad
help.
once in a while so you
but
lose the
there
weight so you
is.
can actually get up there.
You can get up there if you...
What do you...
That's my suggestion.
You don't...
It makes me really want to buy Caleb Hammer's cookbook and see if he's just like... If all of his recipes are just like, don't eat out and eat less you fat fuck, because I feel like that's totally something he would have in it. I forgot how much fun that channel is to watch, even if it's just, like, train wreck people all the time. It's entertaining, at least, even if it's not so much a financial show as it is an entertainment thing nowadays. It's entertaining, though, that's for sure. I think if you want to lose weight, you just need to take Dr. Now's picture to your refrigerator and pantry door, and it says, "You could have lost 30 pounds this month." Not saying it's going to stop me from eating badly, but maybe it would be motivating. And also, I don't know why I'm struggling so much with that. Oh, you know what? There's still some coins inside of the pineapple I didn't get because I didn't want to accidentally double jump or power jump. Let's head back there real quick. Also, let me switch that over. Alright. Only 5 more jump... I love that it keeps track, though. That's going to make life a lot easier in the later areas, when there's a lot of stuff to do. Some of the later areas have a lot of stuff you have to find. Do you get burned on that in this? No, you don't. Okay, I was wondering. For some reason, I thought you did. So, fun fact about the game, these two barrels that contain doubloons, they can actually be broken before you free the Dutchman. Before the doubloons actually populate the world, so that's a little oversight, I guess, on the developer's part. Or I guess you could just say that SpongeBob just has those stored there. Those are his life savings. Which is probably about right, given the Krusty Krab's wages. Are we seriously getting our asses this badly handed to us by fucking Wake Forest? Ah, that's wonderful. That's just wonderful. That's referring to a basketball game that's on right now. Clemson's about to get their asses kicked by Wake, which is just fucking embarrassing.
Savior,
For basketball, at least.
Second thought, who would? Maybe you could meet me there.
Okay, Patrick, let's go downtown. You know what, I probably need to save pretty often with this game because I honestly don't know how well it functions on PS2 versus on GameCube, and it would sometimes lock up on me in the old days on GameCube. So I do need to be probably a little bit careful with that. I don't think it's going to be as bad as something like Thrill Bill, but there's a chance it might crash on me at times, so... Yeah, this is our classic end-of-season slump that happens literally every year under Brad Brownell. Literally every single year, we are promising for most of the year, and then when we get to the end of it, we start losing everything. I don't know why it happens every year, but it just keeps happening, and it's getting really annoying. And I really wish we could get a new coach for basketball, because we've had Brownell for... God, what at this point? Like 15 years or something? And he's made the tournament 3 times, and just keeps getting extended. And yeah, he had that one amazing run 1 year to the Elite Eight, and 1 other year to the Sweet 16. And that's literally all he's done. No ACC championships, not even close. Oh, ow! It bit me. It's a shark. So that is one of the enemies in this game. The game's enemies are not logical in this one compared to a lot of the other games. Well, I'm not saying they're logical in other games either, but they're just like random creatures that decide to come and try to kill you for some reason. So these shark guys, you see them in the Krusty Krab, and you'll see them later in downtown. They bite at you, and they take 3 hits to kill. We actually cannot 100% Bikini Bottom yet, by the way, for anyone who hasn't played this game. We cannot 100% Bikini Bottom yet. We cannot do that. There's one more jellyfish. I think he's in the kitchen. Yeah, we can actually not... No, wait, I know what the jellyfish is. I'm dumb. I know exactly where it is. We can't get him yet, either. We can't get the last jellyfish until later, because it carries a special bus pass later. And we cannot get all the doubloons yet, because there are several of them in Squidward's garden. So yeah, we cannot 100% this area yet. That lagged like crazy. I hope that's just the emulator and not a problem with something else. The salad bar! Which is hilarious, because that was in, like, literally 1 episode ever. Okay, so... That looked really fucking weird, by the way. Okay, so now... We have to finish one of these with 80 seconds left on the clock. That is going to be challenging. That is not going to be an easy thing to do. You can finish these very fast. Finishing it in 15 seconds is not that hard. But 10 seconds is going to take some luck. And, like, literally perfect playing. And this is not perfect playing, so we're not going to get it this time. Like, you cannot miss a single drop. Oh, wait, there was one more. I was about to say, we only missed it by 1 second. That's fine, though. That was the very first one. Next time I'll save for this in, like, a separate slot so we have it back up. So that's fine. And now... we enter treasure hunting mode, in which we wave our stick to and fro to figure out where the treasure will go. It's my boner's going this way, so it's indicating this way. I remember where all the treasures are from playing through this game so many times as a kid, but if you didn't know where they were, that's how you're supposed to find them. And I did not understand that as a child, so I basically wandered around places forever. Smelly sock! Isn't that a bean flavor? No, okay, I say bean, I mean... You know what I mean, the Bean Boozled flavor. And yet, at the same time...
Avast, you little varmint! The time has come for you to join my ghostly crew. No use fighting it. Your fate's been decided. Now looky here what I got for you. That's right. Watch the little sticky.
Gary, where are you, boy? Gary! Why did you take Gary, Mr. Dutchman? Why? Why? No one makes my best friends into pirates, and I mean no one!
Well, I guess someone did, SpongeBob. And if we go in here, you're gonna find that Gary is no longer here. Very sad. But we have other things to focus on now. We have to go to a new area and find more treasures, as there are 7 treasures in 7 total areas. This is by far the shortest area, alongside the tree dome. So now...
Hello, SpongeBob. So nice of you to finally join us.
Squidward! Am I glad to see you? You won't believe what just happened to me and Gary.
I don't have time for another one of your ridiculous tales. Mr. Krabs wants us to get to the Krusty Krab right away so he can tell us some important news.
Important news? Maybe Mr. Krabs is going to announce the Employee of the Month! What are we waiting for?
Beats me. You just keep chattering away and I'll see you there when you're done.
So that's how it is. Trying to hear the news before me, eh? Well, let's see who can get to the Krusty Krab first.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
So this race is of course a joke. You would not be able to lose this one if you were legitimately playing. But we actually have an achievement to lose this race. So yeah, we actually have to lose this race for an achievement, which is hilarious. Because obviously we're already here, Squidward's just up there, so... You will not lose this race if you're actually trying. So we'll just wait for just a brief second here, and I will check out RetroAchievements, and I will sync up my profile real quick. It syncs a lot faster. Oh, that's right, it tracks them that way. It tracks them a little differently. Okay, so this is our next missable. And then we have 2 missables in downtown. Then we have 2 missables in downtown. So yeah, there's no way you would lose that race if you're legitimately trying to play. I'm not sure I've even, like, ever looked at the cutscene for this. I'm sure there's something different, right?
See, Mr. Krabs, I told you SpongeBob would show up eventually. I
You
sure
actually
hope
do
you're
get a
not mad
unique
about having to
scene.
wait,
That's
because
crazy.
then
That's cool,
someone
actually.
might not be picked as your Employee of the Month.
I can explain. Really, there was this accident and an earthquake, and then this big whirlpool opened up above me. Oh, please, Mr. Krabs, you've got to pick me for Employee of the Month.
All right, you two, stop your jabbering. I've got some difficult news to tell you. Business has been very slow lately, so I'm going to shut down the Krusty Krab until it picks up again.
Shut down the Krusty Krab. I think I'm going to faint.
So
You
that
boys can hang
literally
around
makes
here or
no
go
sense
home,
from a business
but I can't pay
standpoint.
you one way or the other. Sorry.
That's like something
Well,
that
isn't
Adam would have
just
done.
great? I'm going home to think of some ways to pay
Actually,
the
I'm
bills.
not even sure Adam would have been
So
stupid
long,
enough to do that.
SpongeBob.
Okay, we gotta go cheer up Mr. Krabs.
Jeepers, Mr. Krabs. Why do you think our business is so slow?
No one seems interested in going out anymore. They think it's too much trouble to leave home.
Too bad we can't
Okay, but this
move
is
the
literally
Krusty Krab
like
into
one of
their
the only
home.
restaurants in
SpongeBob!
Bikini Bottom.
That's it! We'll do just that!
Yeah! What is that? Oh, you want to move the Krusty Krab? Should I get a hammer?
Never mind that. I'm going downtown to set things up. You take this bus ticket and meet me there as soon as you can.
Because the only consistent restaurants in Bikini Bottom are the Krusty Krab, the Chum Bucket, Goofy Goobers actually is, technically, the Salty Spittoon, Winnie Hut Juniors, and then there's a few one-off places. They're literally just in... Oh, wait, Fancy. I forgot about Fancy. the very nice restaurants. There's only like 6 restaurants in town, canonically, and very few of them appear multiple times, so... Now that we've got that, let's head to Bikini Bottom's downtown region. Why am I getting ads from Margaritaville at sea? That cruise ship is apparently awful.
So this is downtown Bikini Bottom. How will I ever find Mr. Krabs in such a huge place where the streets never end and the buildings just go on and on and on?
Yoo-hoo! SpongeBob, over here!
Alright, so fun fact about when I was a children. I didn't know where Mr. Krabs was, and I literally wandered downtown for probably a good 20 minutes trying to find him. Because I was such a good gamer when I was a kid. I was so good at video games that I couldn't figure out basic things like that. It's honestly surprising to me that I ever even beat games like Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights, never to 100%, but actually just beat it all. Alright, you can already see there's a lot more stuff to collect here.
Glad you finally made it, lad. Between you and me and this here cart, there's no stopping us now.
Just what exactly is your plan, Mr. Krabs?
It's just like you said, SpongeBob. If no one wants to leave home, then we bring the Krusty Krab to them. I'm talking about food delivery. I'll put out a bag filled with patties whenever enough orders come in. You need to grab the bag and get to all our customers before it's too late. There might even be some tip money. Great!
Alright, 17 Seashell Street. Let's go. If you get attacked by anything, you lose the food and you have to go back for more. See, there's a couple of achievements we can get in downtown. But nothing yet, though. 15 and 17 should be right around here. You got a $5 tip. Which, for... I guess this was like 2003 or 2002. Not half bad for 2002, in all honesty. Because back then, you could easily get a whole meal at places for $5, so... Not bad at all for 2002. Oh, he actually bit me. Dang it. They all respawn, so there's not really much of a point of killing them. So yeah, downtown's a little weird to navigate your first time through, and even today. Got a bit of a strange layout at times, but nothing insane. Hello, Mr. Sharkman. They don't really chase you either, which is kind of funny. Alright, this is going to put us out near Mr. Krabs, so we might as well go around collecting everything. Well, we can talk to Mr. Krabs first, and then we can go collect everything. Jellyfish. Oh, I just saw one buzzing around. Yeah, there is one. Now, if I could stop getting stung by every jellyfish that I get near, that'd be great. Because I'm gonna need to avoid damage later on in this playthrough in at least one area. SpongeBob, thank you. I do wish it broke the stuff down by sub-area, that would definitely be nice, but, you know, I'm not gonna complain about what it's doing for us, so... I'm not going to complain about having a tracker, when I certainly did not have that when I first played this game all those years ago. And this is like a 20-plus-year-old game, which is just crazy.
This delivery is a little trickier.
A building under construction with very hungry workers, and he just leaves the mobile Krusty Krab behind because reasons. Save our game. So yeah, we're gonna have an achievement we can do there. We'll head there in a minute, though. I want to go ahead and grab everything else first. We got lots and lots of stuff to grab here. Almost. Goo Lagoon up there, shadowing a later area of the game. Probably the hardest area of the game, if we're being completely honest. Downtown's still a pretty easy area, just a little bit hard to navigate in certain ways, so nothing insane. And then we got the Tree Dome after this, which is also a fairly easy area. And I guess we already got the coin out of that one. Okay, cool. Alright, that's 10 jellyfish. That's actually enough for that letter tile here, which is really funny because you need a lot of jellyfish in this game for a couple of other things, and that's all the doubloons we need. Of course, we need all of them for achievements, but it's actually kind of surprising that you don't need that many. That many just to beat the game. It's just 100%ing it where you need a lot more. And I never actually 100%ed this game as a kid. I got very, very close to it. But I never quite 100%ed it when I was a kid. I was always missing a little bit, usually in Goo Lagoon. Because that one has, like, by far the most collectibles because you have the sand dollars that are exclusive to that area as an actual open world collectible. And then you have all the stuff on the pier, which is, as a kid, it's super hard to navigate. Or at least if it was me as a kid, it was super hard to navigate. Maybe it wasn't for any of you, but it was for me. I was not skilled at games back then. When I was a young children, it took me like 2 months to beat Rocket Power Beach Bandits. Now, granted, I wasn't necessarily playing every day or significant amounts of time every day. I mean, I had other games as well, but yeah, it took like 2 months to beat that. When you can literally beat that game in like 4 hours. You can 100% it in 4 to 5 hours, so can't wait for that one to eventually get a Retro Achievements list. I hope it will. That game was my first console game I ever owned. Back on the GameCube, so it is a massive piece of history for me, and I cannot wait till it eventually gets a list. At least I hope it will. I know the issues with getting lists has to do with, like, coding them and stuff. Because they have to do all the coding themselves, whoever makes the lists, or change the coding or something like that. That's how Retro Achievements works, so yeah. As I'd like to see it, I understand that if it's something really, really difficult to do, and it's something that I have no idea of how to do, it might not happen. I would think that they could probably... I would think that for just about any game, you could probably manage to just code a bunch of story trophy achievements. I feel like you could just code a whole bunch of, like, story-driven ones if you really had to. Like what we got for Call of Duty 2 Big Red one. Nothing unique miscellaneous, but literally just, like, beat the game on hard and you get everything. Like an achievement for every mission and an achievement for every mission on the hardest difficulty. So I feel like something like that should be possible for most games. Alright, we're almost done in this area of Bikini Bottom. What does that restaurant say? Chez Squid. Okay, hold on a minute. So does that mean they are serving squid? Because that's kind of cannibalism, but okay. Alright, let's head to the construction yard. We're all done in downtown, the main area of downtown. We can head to the construction yard now, and then we gotta go to the high-rises, which are a little harder to navigate. Okay, so before we talk to Mr. Krabs here... Well, there's a jellyfish I'd like to catch first, but... These lobster guys really aren't that much of a threat. They don't bother you unless you get really close to them. Let's talk to Patrick.
Halt, villain! Don't try to get away, for I am Barnacle Boy, Super Sidekick!
You really had me going there for a minute, Patrick. Where did you get that great costume?
I mailed in 450 kelp bar wrappers and got both official costumes from the Mermaid Man show.
Oh, you got both costumes? Oh, can I be Mermaid Man? Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please.
Oh, gee, I'd really like to,
Wait, the
but I've been
official
so hungry since I
one,
ran
so
out of
like
kelp
actually
bars.
used in the show?
If only I had something yummy to eat.
In which case, $450, if you're saying $1 per candy bar, probably would be kind of a steal for that, if we're being honest. Actually, it would kind of be a steal.
Find the 2 workers who placed the order. What?
Alright, it's referring to the less aggressive-looking fish, not the giant lobsters. But, before we do that, we're going to take this over to Patrick.
Krabby
We now have
Patties?
the Mermaid Man
Now we
costume,
can
which,
flame
once
up
again,
and put your... What?
is the most useless costume in the game. I'll show it off, though. The music is badass, don't get me wrong. The music on this costume is fantastic. But this is by far the most useless costume in the game. You literally only need it for, like, 1 letter tile in the entire game. So we're going to switch back to normal, so we don't risk screwing that one up. So yeah, you literally only need it for, like, 1 letter tile in the entire game. And the music on it is great. Now SpongeBob has to lift these things up. This is important. It's slow, but it's important. Yeah, like I said, get used to hearing this song because you're going to be hearing it for 95% of the game because you literally use the jellyfishing costume for 95% of the game. Oh, I can't get up there that way, okay. It was really the only one you constantly need because it's the only one that allows you to catch the jellyfish, which is such a major part of playing the game. Oh, he's hovering a little high. It's up a little high, don't you think, game? Okay, it's still let me get him. Hey, sweets! I'm doing good, just quite exhausted with work stuff recently. The Indian is causing severe problems once again, as it always does. Like, I've never seen someone whine so much over literally, like, having to do the minimal amount of work, and she still whines like crazy over doing, like, the smallest amount of work. It would be funny if it wasn't so obnoxious to us. Hey, Cassie. Ramadan started? Okay, so I know you said that in the past you've lost weight during it, so if you're still trying to do any weight loss, hopefully that goes well for you during it. Bad camera angle. Yeah, we were here playing a Retro Achievements game for the first time in a few months, actually. It's nice being back. I mean, this game was another one that defined my childhood. Back into trying to meet girls. Okay, hopefully that goes well for you. I've had a couple of matches recently, so we'll see what ends up happening. Maybe something. Set some health back. Alright, so we gotta go over here. So once again, if you were just trying to beat the game, you certainly don't need anywhere near all of these doubloons and jellyfish that I'm collecting. But you need them for the 100%, which means you need them for the Retro Achievements list. Alright, so let's go and deliver some food to one of our hungry little construction worker men here. So one brawn in your class you're interested in. She's got a nice rack. Nice, nice. Didn't escalate anywhere. Well, you gotta go slow into it. Slow burn into it. That's our first worker. And he gave us a $10 tip, which again, like, for 2002 or whatever this is, $2 tip, or $10 tip is not that bad at all. Actually, that's really, really good for this time period. Yeah, $10 in, like, 2002, that ain't bad at all. That's pretty damn good. I'm gonna go and deliver the second order of food, and then we can go do the shoot the bolts to cross the chasm, or whatever it's called. I don't blame you on that one. That would be ideal for me at times, for sure. Alright, deliver food to the second foreman. And jellyfish caught. Okay, so it might actually make me use the Mermaid Man costume for this achievement, because I only saw the achievement show up when I had the Mermaid Man costume on, so just in case, I don't want to risk something going wrong with this. Finish some more objectives, no trophy yet. Oh, in Fallout Shelter. Think of all these into one girl. I mean, I don't unless I actually have a girlfriend, which has not happened in like 4 years, so... So here's the funny thing here. This is going to take multiple tries. It's going to come down to damage boost, more than anything, for that first one. Actually, that's literally the only one. It didn't give me the achievement. Well, that's just wonderful. Okay, that achievement's bugged. Wonderful. I'll have to post that one to the forums. Well, that means we're definitely going to be doing the start of a second playthrough eventually. Well, that's annoying. Talk to him, you need to play tease him. I'm just not really good at that kind of stuff. Okay, here's what we're gonna do real quick. That one bugged on me. I clearly did it correctly. We're gonna run back and get it on my earlier save. Now, that might be the first time I've ever seen a RetroAchievements achievement bug on me. I don't think that's happened before. Yeah, I don't think that's ever actually happened to me where a RetroAchievements one didn't unlock when it was supposed to. Okay, well, we can knock this out very quickly, though. That is annoying, though, because that is literally the first time I think that's ever happened to me on RetroAchievements. Southern accent can make it sound good. Some girls like it, some don't. I mean, I love a girl with a Southern accent, personally. That's one of the nice things about a couple of my coworkers.
Find a cord.
Okay, so something made the achievement disappear from the bottom of the screen. I don't know what it was, though. Was it me switching out of the Mermaid Man costume?
I nailed.
That's the only thing I can think of. Yeah, is that what I did? Was it me switching out of the costume? That's what broke it? I guess that's a possibility, but that's really weird. Okay, I need to put that into the forums then for this game, because that should not have happened. Thankfully I saved, but I wasn't expecting a game to actually have a bugged achievement. Because again, I literally have never seen that happen. Okay, so this one requires a bit of trial and error. That's fine. Death does not matter for this. Hey, Chris, working on the Retro Achievements for Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap. That is one I have never heard that much about, or know, like, nothing about, in all honesty. So yeah, like I said, the music track for this particular costume is fantastic. But the costume is basically useless. As you literally only use it for this and, like, one or two other letter tiles. Okay, I don't know why it glitched the first time, because that was super weird, but okay. At least we got it. Go back to my main file. That was really weird. I don't know why it didn't work. So what would she say? She's about to leave, and you respond with, "Whoa, whoa, we're off to in such a hurry. Got a bank to rob." That could be... It's not a bad line, actually, at all. Oh, crap. How far back is that going to put me?
Another bag of delicious...
This delivery...
No, not far at all. Never mind. Oh, so he leaves the food here if you hadn't... Okay, so that means that you can't miss Patrick. Yeah, that means that you can't actually miss that thing. That's actually good to know. Because he just leaves the food there so you can deliver one more order to Patrick if you have to. Okay. That's actually good to know. I was always wondering about that. That was potentially missable. Have you ever played The Legend of Zelda? Oh, I love the Mario games. I have played many, many Mario games. I love the Mario franchise, but I also love the Pikmin franchise. That's my other favorite Nintendo franchise.
Make sure...
Okay, so there's nothing unique here. So we can just play it. Link's Awakening. I know of the game, I don't know much about it, though. Yeah, I played many, many Mario games over the years. I've never been a big Legend of Zelda person, though, I will say. Just never really could get into it. Like, I own a few of the Wii U Zelda games, but never really played them that much. Weird noise. Yeah, I own several of the Wii U Zelda games, but never really played them. I played a little bit of Wind Waker. I played a little bit of Twilight Princess. I played a little bit of Ocarina of Time. And then I actually owned Breath of the Wild a long, long time ago. But I gave it to my girlfriend at the time for her Switch when she got a Switch because I really just didn't have any interest in playing the game. I played it like twice and I just could not get into it for Breath of the Wild. Trying to find a gay guy best friend to be... Oh, that's a good idea, actually, to help set you up. I don't blame you at all on that. That's a good idea. Now, down here in the South, there ain't as many of the gay guys to be best friends with. They exist for sure, but they're not as common. We need all the coins here. We have 3 orders to deliver here. Ah, no, 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 no. For a second I thought there was another jellyfish down here. Retro Achievements for picking Mario games haven't had anything further related, expect 2 in Yakuza. Okay, that's at least something. Yeah, I know that there's several lists, like... Name New Platinums, it's on YouTube, they like to watch. Okay. Yeah, so the Pikmin games, I'm pretty heavily experienced in. But their lists are not, you know, something I would consider easy. They have a lot of hacks available, too, for them. But in terms of the 2 main lists, the Pikmin 1 list isn't that unreasonable. It's not easy by any means, but it's not all that unreasonable. Because I got to a point where I could finish the game in 12 days when you have 30 days to do it, and do it to 100%. I got to a point where I was able to do that, and I think that's what you actually have to do, plus a few other things for the Retro Achievements list. How did I miss those coins? Pikmin 2, though. Pikmin 2 is a brutally hard game. It's by far the hardest one in the series. Like, that game is legitimately difficult. Did I catch that jellyfish? Yes, there's one up here too. Something sounds like it's breathing very heavily. Seriously benefit? Yeah, it would definitely benefit having one. So yeah, with those games, it's actually go back. So yeah, like Pikmin 1's list isn't like horrendously terrible. If you're good at the game and can deal with some of the weird bugginess of it, it's probably not going to be that awful. It is the GameCube version though, which is harder than the Wii version. In a few ways, a few slight differences. Mostly things outside of the player's control. Alright, get that letter tile out here. Perfect. We have almost all the letter tiles here. That's great. Ow. I'm a toasted sponge. Jeez. Can I stop touching every bad thing in the world? That was some lag. Tinykin, if you like Pikmin, it uses similar mechanics. Okay, then. I'm on Facebook, did vaguely tell me here too. Tell him in a row. Okay, gotcha. Crushing stuff with a hydraulic press. There's actually a game for that. That's hilarious. And then again, there's a game for simulating power washing, so it doesn't surprise me. That's gonna kill me if I touch it, I bet. That's why I dodged out of the way. I don't know if it was or not. I have platinum for both versions of it. Okay, then. Another jellyfish, so we're only missing 3 here. And all this serves a purpose because it gets us up to here. Or, not to here. Gets us up to the top where we find everything. Sneak up on the jellyfish. It's on sale right now for $2. Okay. Yeah, man, if you can get that, that'd be very solid. Just hope you don't lose your girl to a gay man, because that kind of sort of happened in my longest-term relationship. It was technically an emotional affair. It never officially turned physical, but it was emotional nonetheless. Where's the last jellyfish? Actually, where is the last jellyfish? And the last of the coins. Probably down here somewhere. Ow. Down here, hopefully? Okay, that's all the jellyfish. Let's go. We're still missing 2 coins. Department 4. You mastered 16 games. I've mastered 8? 7? I think 7. Alright, so we're only missing a couple of doubloons. They're probably in this area somewhere that I didn't thoroughly explore. Department 4, cool. Still one more set of deliveries. That to me. Ew, where actually could any other coins be? They're not worried about a girlfriend having a gay guy as a best friend. I wasn't worried either until she emotionally affaired with him against me, so I wasn't afraid until that happened. I don't think it's anywhere near as likely, of course, but that's what happened, so I'm also doing that long jump because I want to see where these last couple doubloons are. Apartment 1. Shit, that's on the other building, isn't it? me see if I can find the last couple of things here. There's 2 doubloons missing. Here, maybe? No. I wonder where they are. Now I'm slightly concerned, because I don't know where these last 2 doubloons would be at. They shouldn't be in the construction side. I think I found everything there. 8 of them are Pokemon subsets, but also got Blade Master on the NES, Dragon Quest 1 and 2. Wait, is that this apartment? Yeah, it is. See kids on the NES, Dragon War Monsters, a bunch of games I've literally never heard of. Okay, this side we're clear on. There's nothing else here. I'm gonna double check this side. Did cheat a bit for the games. By cheat, do you mean like save states and stuff? If so, there's nothing wrong with that. It just means you don't get the hardcore version of the achievements. I still pride myself on somehow doing that god-awful Scooby-Doo list. Without using save states. That was a mistake. But I did it, which I'm still very proud of. Battle for Bikini Bottom has a big achievement list too, I think. Okay, I got the coins here, right? Yeah, those are gone. Everything up there's done. That was fine, but I didn't see anything else there. Let me run back to the construction site. Hey, Chris? Oh, Game Shark codes. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know you could use those at all. I forgot that even existed, actually. I kind of forgot that was even a thing that existed. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Did the game crash? You've got to be fucking joking. Oh boy, that's wonderful. I think the game crashed, guys. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Absolutely love it when games crash. Well, I get to exit and jump back in. I love it when that shit happens. Well, that's highly obnoxious. Now I get to go back and redo part of downtown, because of course I do. Great game design. Great game design. Absolutely fantastic game design there, THQ. Yep, I love going back and replaying things when the game breaks. Already had a broken achievement, which is not a good sign, because that's never happened in any other game I played on here. I don't care about the intro scene. Seem to have issue with games just crashing. Oh, I have it like crazy. I definitely have it more than a lot of people do. Though not usually with emulators, because I've had my emulators crash a couple of times before, but that was very early on into this playthrough. And I'm missing a couple of doubloons. I have no idea where they are. They could be back here in the construction zone somewhere. So we'll come back here and search alongside in downtown later on, but first let me just go ahead and we'll go back here. Alright, so I guess I'm going to have to save literally every 2 minutes in this game. This is one of those games that's just going to crash on me whenever it gets a chance. You know, getting party trivia, no platinum, just easy trophies, multiplayer needs 4 controllers. I know nothing about that game.
The first and make
Apartment 9. Game Boy emulator screws up the hotkeys when you tap out of it. Save state ends up loading the scene, you lose a lot of progress. Yeah, I don't have a Game Boy emulator. All I have is, I have PSX2, or whatever it's called, for PS2. I have Dolphin for GameCube and eventually Wii, now that Wii games are getting lists. And I have... what else do I have? I have maybe Duck Station, I think it is. Yeah, I think I have Duck Station for PS1. I don't have anything for Game Boy yet, though. Yeah, like I said, I've never had an achievement glitch on me for RetroAchievements. That definitely has me concerned for things to come. This game has quite a few missables. They're not necessarily difficult missables, but there's a lot of them. And I hate missables. Okay, I don't really know how I was supposed to avoid that one. Landed right on me. Oh, hang on a minute, there's a ledge up there. Well, you know what we might as well do? Let's just explore everything we can over here. While my health is low. Save every 2 seconds because you're paranoid. I would do that too if I was allowed to for hardcore mode. Oh, and now it's not going to keep track of the amount of jellyfish in the area because I already got the achievement. Yeah, I would save state that often though if I could and not, you know, void achievements with it. Which, I mean, if you play in non-hardcore mode, normal mode, you don't have to worry about that. Because in non-hardcore mode, you can use save states with no problem. I have yet to resort to normal mode for any games, and it probably will happen at some point in the future if I play a game that's, like, really, really stupidly hard. Or something I'm just not familiar enough with, or just is so bad or broken. I could see myself potentially doing it for Fallout Brotherhood of Steel whenever I eventually do that, because I know that game is just straight up, like, absolute garbage. Alright, apartment 4. Yeah, Fallout Brotherhood of Steel might be an exception to that because I know just how bad that game is. Okay, grab that. Oops. And it's not like I'm, like, the worst at games out there. I've done some pretty hard platinums in my time. Mostly Call of Duty games that are super hard or super rare. Which, speaking of that, apparently Call of Duty 3 actually is pretty challenging on Veteran, and actually is, like, one of the harder Call of Duty veterans out there, so that's going to be interesting to play when I eventually get to that one. Because I would like to do that version, because I think it's a PS2 version, or is it a PS... Yeah, I think it's a PS2 version, but it also has a Wii version. You have to use softcore mode to use save states, several PS4 ports. Yeah, it is a little weird, but RetroAchievements is definitely a more overall, like, hardcore site for trophy and achievement people than some of these others are. Definitely feels like it's a bit more catered to the idea of, like, more hardcore people for trophy and achievement tracking. I've got to take the zip line. I'll remember to do that here in a second. Then let's go to Apartment 1. Get the Retro Mastery for Daxter on the PSP because hardcore mode would be brutal. It's a lot more time consuming a list. Because, I mean, I only played it when it was the easy mode on there, on console. Ah! Jellyfish! Why would you do that to me? Had a bunch of packages shipped today, 14. Dang, that's a lot. Like Call of Duty or any FPS. No, you don't offend me at all. I fully understand. Like, some people don't like FPSs at all. It's kind of what I more grew up on, I guess you could say. Not necessarily grew up on, but was such a big part of my life playing games. And the funny thing is that Call of Duty 3 was my very first Call of Duty game. Like, of all the Call of Duty games to play first, mine was Call of Duty 3, which is really, really a weird thing to say. Well, that's not necessarily the weird part of it, though. The weird part of it is that it was the Wii version of the game. That's where it gets weird at, is playing the fucking Wii version of the game as your first Call of Duty game. Call of Duty 3 on the Wii. Okay, so this time, we're going to save, because I don't trust the game now. A DS COD? I don't think any DS Call of Duties have lists right now. Now, I'm not against the idea of doing that. There's actually a couple of DS games I wouldn't mind doing. That's one of them, if those exist. Another one would be... what's it called? Nintendogs, that's another one. Nintendogs Lab and Friends is one I wouldn't mind doing. But the problem with the DS is that, one, it was a touch screen, which I feel like isn't always going to be the best for emulation. Because I don't even know how that even works. Like, how do you emulate a touch screen? That's problem number one. Problem number two is I don't have an emulator for the DS. I don't even know which ones you can use for it, because a lot of people say RetroArch for a lot of stuff, but for the life of me, I cannot get RetroArch to work. I've tried multiple times, and I cannot get RetroArch to work correctly. Like, I cannot get it to load anything up. If it wanted to be like RetroAchievements, they would have never allowed shovelcraft. Oh yeah, they wouldn't have, but they did. And unfortunately, we'll have to live with it forever. I mean, they removed, like, several hundred games at one point. Like, actually over 1,000 games, but it was literally, like, only from one developer. There's a million others to deal with. 3DS to have some retro achievements. I think the 3DS does have retro achievements, doesn't it? Does it not? Maybe it doesn't. I thought it did, though. let me go back up here and make sure I didn't miss something. If it comes down to it, I will shoot the bolts. They may have a list, Cassie. I'm not entirely sure, but they may or they may not. I'm not entirely sure, though. What 3DS did? Oh, okay, so Bismarck emulates 3 or DS games. Okay, that's good to know then for the future. There's not a lot of DS games I would do. But yeah, I'd love to be able to do Nintendogs. 3DS isn't... Oh, okay then. Never mind. It's not supported yet. Okay then. Fair enough. Great, now we gotta figure out what 2 coins I missed in all of downtown. This is gonna be fun, isn't it? Because downtown's not like Bikini Bottom where you can't get them all immediately. You can get everything immediately except for one of the letter tiles. Oh, I hope it's not like a glitch or something, which I mean, it's not that big a deal because it's still early on in the game, so it wouldn't take that long to replay back to here. If that's what happened, but obviously a part of me is going to worry that that's what happened. Wait, did I go in that dumpster? Okay, I did. Never mind. Well... Nothing coming out of the vents. Let's get some more pants while I can. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing Nintendogs at some point. But how does that even work with the fact you're supposed to command the dogs by speaking to them? And it barely worked on the actual DS, so how the hell does that even work on an emulator, is my question. Okay, now I'm suddenly worried because I don't know where these coins could be. Oh, wait, there's one. It was in a light. There's one coin left here. And it's not like a mission-based one. So it's probably in a light somewhere. Okay. Well, it's not glitched, I just missed one somewhere, but the question is, where is it? It could be an event as well, is the problem. So we're about to go into the next missable achievement, by the way. None of those. The clusters are really hard to find. I had a lot of times we missed 2 collectibles, scoured the entire game. Oh yeah, I mean, I've had times where I've had to search a lot for like 1 collectible. Thankfully, this game is not that big, so... Like, these areas are not anything massive except for like Goo Lagoon. Goo Lagoon's pretty massive, so we're gonna have to be pretty careful when we go there. Can't get up there for anything. I just get a lot of anxiety having to go back and find like 1 random thing that I somehow missed. Because we got all the jellyfish, I think, right? Actually, did we? Okay, yeah, we got all the jellyfish, thank God. That part's done. I haven't seen it come out of any sewers yet. Now I'm slightly concerned because I don't see it anywhere here. if there's something I can break that would have it inside. So we've already been through here. That's a possibility, is it could be inside something we have to break. Well, I'm not sure where it is, but you know what? We're just gonna move on from that for now. And we're gonna save because we have a big missable achievement coming up. Get a new phone charger, the other one's dying. Oh, I hate when that happens. Oh, I think I just saved twice. Okay, now it is time for a food delivery. This one is timed, so we have to do it quickly.
Your first destination is 8. Hurry up!
So we have to do it with at least 100 seconds left on the clock, which I don't think is actually that hard. 88 Albatross is this road. I think you're not allowed to get bitten by anyone for this either, so... That's 80... Wait, that's 80... Where... What? 89... 87... 85? What? Hang on. Where's 88? How did I miss it? Oh. Okay, so I might end up having to reset this because I did not do that in the most efficient way possible. $24 seashell. That is a bit of a walk. Yeah, I may not get it this time because I actually took so long with that delivery, I may not get it. I may have to reset. It's not that hard of an achievement, it's just like, you can't make any mistakes. Okay. I'm not even sure if jumping speeds things up. I don't even... Oh, God, I might have went the wrong way. Uh-oh. I know where the next one is. It's close. This one's close. I don't think we're gonna... Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get it, actually. I don't think I'm gonna get it at all. So I was close. I know what I did wrong there. I obviously went to the wrong place the first time, so... Not a problem. We can fix that. So let's just reload the save. And let's not screw up this time.
Your first destination...
Yeah, I was just a dumbass last time. Okay, now we got a seashell. We can actually probably just take Albatross to get there. It really is not actually as much time as I kind of thought it was, though. It's definitely not as lenient as I was expecting. But this time we should be in good shape. Even with all the sharks suddenly just popping up right here. I know where the last one is. I already know what the path is, so... "11 Seashell Street." We also cannot get the last letter tile here yet. We cannot get that until we get the reflower costume. So, yeah, we can't actually 100% this area yet.
Here's your food.
Okay,
Thanks.
miscellaneous done.
Patrick, did you just deliver food to my customer?
Hiya, SpongeBob. Are you delivering food for Mr. Krabs, too?
Patrick, I am the only one delivering food for Mr. Krabs. Now tell me what you're doing here.
You think you're the only one who can be a delivery boy? Well, I have a job now, too. And it's not my fault that you're slower than me. So if you'll excuse me, some of us have work to do.
Mr. Krabs would have told me if he hired someone else. No, there's something definitely funny going on here, and I'm gonna find out who's behind it.
All right. Another achievement, let's
Nice
go.
work, SpongeBob. We've made... Don't be crazy, but just...
We will follow Patrick. Okay, now I'm concerned because... I am still missing one doubloon here. And I have no idea where it could be at. That's not good. I have no idea where it could possibly be at, because I feel like I've looked everywhere. I really hope it didn't glitch on me. I don't think it did. But at the same time, is there a... Hang on a minute. Is there a... There is a first-person feature in this game. Hang on. Yeah, I don't know where another one could actually be at. Now, we have to come back here later for another mission. There's one mission left that we couldn't do yet. It's the one for Sandy. Yeah, I just don't see anything else. It's not coming out of a vent or anything. It's not up above the Gary thing. Let's just search back through everything one more time first. Before I start to panic. No, it's not there. It could be in any of these little alcoves, too, is part of the problem. Are you guys talking something about Skyrim? I have no idea what you guys are even talking about at this point. A ledge you can almost get to right there that you're not really supposed to, but there's nothing really to it. Oh yeah, guys, I had chicken cordon bleu for the first time ever recently, like a day or two ago. It was part of our lunch. I didn't realize it was literally just chicken wrapped in ham and cheese. It was actually pretty good. Not gonna lie, it was actually pretty good. First time I've ever had that particular combination. I didn't think it was like the greatest thing in the world by any means, but it was good. Good enough for what it was. Check the alleyways again. I mean, it could very easily also still be in the high-rise somewhere, but I don't think it is. I've already checked this street, so... yeah, I don't know. This has me definitely concerned that something might have glitched. Either that or it is very well hidden somewhere that I haven't really looked, but I don't think I missed anything on the construction side unless there was something I could break. That's the only thing I can think of, is there was something I was supposed to break. also don't want to sound the panic bells or panic alarm until we do Sandy's mission later. It's not there. It's not in any of these vents. Yeah, this definitely has me a little bit concerned. I don't know where else that thing could be at. Not right here at the entrance to the area. We'll go back to the other couple of areas here just in case, but let me save again just so nothing bad happens. Because I've had bad luck with this game so far. I've already had one achievement bug on me. It could easily be in one of these areas and I just somehow missed it. Could very easily happen. Okay. Well, that's actually really funny. I've never looked up at the sky like that. That's very clearly just like a dome-looking structure almost, more than anything else. It's actually kind of funny. Never really looked at that. Okay, let me do this thing again, just in case this somehow counts for something. I don't think it will, but now I'm slightly concerned. Hey, Robbie, just got back from class. Nice. Someone was using the ad. Oh, you got a weird ad. Playing Lego Brick Tales right now, it's pretty boring. Yeah, that was not one that was anything of that much interest to me. I'll probably do it at some point, especially if it goes, like, free. Because I'm much more willing to give a chance to games that go free. Okay, yeah, that wrecking ball can actually hurt you. Somehow. I guess I see how, but it's more of a question of why. Okay, I don't see anything here. Yeah, this definitely has me worried that something might have bugged out on me, so... 10-hour plat. Okay, that's not awful. It's not awful. Now, the good thing is, there's no, like, 100% trophy or achievement for this game. So it's just area by area, so if I had to replay the game for one achievement that glitched out, it's not that big a deal. Doesn't mean it's something that I would like to do, though. Let me take these out and just see if it does anything different, now that we already got the achievement for this. See if there's something that I missed here. This is how you're supposed to do this mission. See, this is how you're supposed to do this objective. Oh, there's underpants here. So I was on the right track with that, because there actually were underpants there, but... I just don't see anything, man. I really hope this isn't bugged. I really hope I just missed something somewhere that hopefully be kind of obvious. I'm definitely a little bit worried. I'm definitely a little bit worried now that that is not unlocked. It's not out here anywhere, so... Yeah, I am definitely a little bit worried now that that might have bugged on me. I really hope I'm wrong. I really hope it didn't. Because I would not like to replay the game for that particular achievement if the game is bugged. Because I am not seeing anything. It's possible I missed something, but I do not see anything yet. Which console was this on? This was PS2 and GameCube. This was my first ever SpongeBob game, by the way. Like, this is my literal first ever SpongeBob game. I played the crap out of this as a kid. I beat it a bunch of times as a kid. Never 100%ed it, though, because I never really, I guess, had any full desire to do so. Okay, well, I hope that it's in the high-rise, because otherwise, I don't know where it could be at. Yeah, this was GameCube and PS2, and I always had the GameCube version, never the PS2 version, so... Maybe that's part of the problem, is the PS2 version... Okay, just showed up the coin thing there, so... Maybe that means it's here. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? Well, that's legitimately embarrassing. I would love to know how exactly I missed that one. Because I thought I searched this area really thoroughly. Apparently I didn't. I don't know how the hell I missed that one. But you know what? I'm not mad. We got through it. At least it's not bugged or something. That would have been the worst case scenario. Okay, you know what? I'm fine with that. I am fine with that. So downtown is done, aside from the later letter tile that we can't get yet. I always skip the game over because it would make you sad. There are some games that have, like, brutal game over screens. I watched some people do the retro achievements for Hades. Or, no, not Hades. Hercules, because it has Hades in it. Played by James Woods. And it has, like, some pretty rough ending screens.
There's no better feeling than having a full stomach and me pockets loaded with money. And now for a nice long nap in the office.
If it's a long nap you desire, then I can accommodate you.
A customer! Well, step right inside. Place your order.
You got the wrong idea, crustacean. Just look upon this little treasure and let yourself rest. That's right. Sleep.
All right. So Mr. Krabs is now captured.
Look, there goes your delivery rival. Now is your chance to find out who is behind this. Don't let him get away this time.
Uh-oh. Patrick might be a villain now. There's actually a super easy way to do this that I've done ever since I was a children. Jump to the Krusty Krab sign and wait. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes. And now we just wait. He will not see you up here. You can hide out up here. Patrick being sad that no one came to his birthday party. Was that a thing in an episode or something? Because that's not what the storyline here is. He's working for someone who he thinks is Mr. Krabs. Alright, let him run around for another 30 seconds. Oh, he might actually be done. But it is not Mr. Krabs. Patrick is dumb enough to believe that's Mr. Krabs, though, so that's fair. I mean, SpongeBob actually believed it, too.
I'm sorry, Mr. Krabs, but all those people who ordered food told me they already got it.
Fool! Worthless lackey! I mean, that's okay. Others will soon phone in their orders and will be ready and
Oh, the
waiting
PS1 game, okay, because I never played a SpongeBob game on the PS1.
I'm onto your little scheme
I didn't
now,
own a
Mr.
PS1
Krabs.
to begin
It's
with.
all too clear
I
that
only ever
you're
had,
the one
I
who's
borrowed
been trying to
Lizard
put
Guys
the
at a couple
Krusty
of points,
Krab
that's
out
it.
of business.
Hi, SpongeBob. Are you a worthless lackey, too?
Now I'm really confused, Patrick. Why would Mr. Krabs try to put himself out of business?
Because he's a worthless lackey?
Enough! Enough! Silence, you ignorant buffoons!
Plankton!
Plankton?
Of course, you nattering nincompoops. Who else has the intellect to mastermind such a plan? I would have succeeded too if it weren't for your utter incompetence.
Does this mean I don't get that raise?
Let's face it, Plankton. Evil does not pay, or even get very good tips. Your days of impersonating Mr. Krabs are over.
You may have won that round, SpongeBob, but I don't need a disguise to separate your crabby boss from his fortune. Behold, the greatest attraction to ever appear in Bikini Bottom, Chum World. Hey, everyone will spend so much money here they won't have any left to buy your pathetic Krabby Patties. Now I'm off to Jellyfish Fields to watch the invertebrates get tangled in nets of torture. Ta-ta!
I hate to admit it, but that Chum World looks kind of fun.
Yeah,
It was the
fun.
first SpongeBob game.
Plankton
I
say
think
he
I
was
know which
going?
one you're talking about.
Jellyfish Fields.
I have an idea of what it is, but I'm not really sure. Okay, we gotta get the Chum World Pass from Jellyfish Fields, but we do not have access to Jellyfish Fields yet. So we got other things we gotta do first. Okay, so before we do anything else, I'm gonna save again, because I don't trust this game, and I'm going to go use the bathroom. So once I get back, we will continue on. I think we're gonna get through about half the game tonight, which would be totally fine if we get through half of it. So yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Just give me a couple seconds. Yeah, a couple minutes, I mean. Alright, let's roll. Squidward's having a
Hey,
yard
Squidward,
sale.
what's with all the stuff on your lawn?
A squid has to pay his rent somehow, so I'm having a little yard sale to make a few extra sand dollars. Now leave me alone so I can read my book.
What you reading?
It's called How to Defeat Evil Spirits, okay? Now please, let me read.
How to defeat evil spirits? That's
That
just
book
what
actually
I
sounds
need.
very
Can
convenient.
I please borrow your book, Squidward?
You can borrow my book after I'm done with it, okay? So look through my yard sale or whatever, but stop asking about my book.
Damn, Squidward. I understand, though. He's not... I don't fully consider Squidward to be a villain of the show most of the time. Like, a lot of the time, SpongeBob does things that kind of deserve it, if we're being fair. Alright, that's not working yet, so I must have to do the other thing first.
Hey, Squidward, this big acorn sure is making a weird buzzing noise.
Acorn? You mean that hive I got from my cousin on the coast?
No, I mean this big buzzing acorn.
I'm more
in the
curious
glass
as to
case.
why you have a
bet
cousin that was
Sandy
able
would
to
really like
retrieve a
this.
hive.
Oh, yeah, I bet your little squirrel friend would really like that acorn. Why don't you buy it for her?
Name your price, yard merchant.
I'll sell it to you for 200 sand dollars. Start saying.
Sold! Okay, now he's sleeping. That was weird, he wouldn't sleep at first. Now we need to sneak up behind him.
How to Defeat Evil Spirits, Chapter 8, The Flying Dutchman. Any poor soul who awakens the Dutchman must suffer his revenge for all eternity. The only defense against the Dutchman's magical powers are his most personal treasures. These are items which he carried close to him while he was alive. Find all 7 of the lost treasures in order to face down the Dutchman once and for all.
That's it. All I have to do is find the 7 lost treasures of the Dutchman to end this once and for all. Barnacles, I thought this would be a challenge.
I wouldn't say that, SpongeBob. We got some challenges left. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Aussie Food.
Well,
Take the acorn to Sandy. We're not going to do that just yet. Urban Riot Response has no RA list. I don't even know what that game is. Okay. So we're now coming up on a highly missable achievement, and one of the ones I'm a little more worried about with this game. Yeah, this is one I'm a little more worried about. Thanks, Aussie. Yeah, this is one I'm a little bit more worried about. We have to win the karate match here without letting her score. Letting her score under 5 points is not that hard.
You won't
But
believe
a 0
what happened to me
score is
and
going to be
Gary
a bit
this
of a
morning.
challenge.
Let me
So this is
guess.
going to take multiple
Curiosity
tries.
got the
I'm not
best
going to
of
get
you
this
again.
first try.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Well, don't you fret, little varmint. This squirrel knows just the thing to cheer you up. Just step into my...
Yeah, this is one of the achievements I was more worried about going into this. Kung Fu Sponge.
Okay, we've got... Just
All you're
tell
trying
me
to do
which
is
one
break
else
stuff.
Ready? Ow! Ow! Ow!
So the whole thing is you basically have to stop
Ow!
Sandy.
Ow!
You have infinite health. So this is I'm going to consider this a practice run so I can relearn what to do. This is going to take multiple tries to figure out, so...
Ow! 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 Ow!
Okay, this seems to not be a bad idea of a strategy.
Ow! Ow!
And break anything that's near her as well.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Yeah, this is just a practice. I'm trying to remember exactly what to do here.
Ow!
Okay. I see what to do. It's going to take some luck, though. This is not... Again, this is probably one of the hardest achievements on the set. It's not horrible, though. I don't see anything, like, unreasonable with this. Just going to require some luck, which, unfortunately, I don't have the most luck out there. You saw my Fallout New Vegas as my self-playthrough. I don't have the highest luck stat out there. It's the PS2 version of the site, but it has nothing. Yeah, that's how a lot of games are on the site. Like, pretty much any game that could be emulated is listed on the site, just not with achievements. Ow! 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 That's what she said. I would hope that's not what she said.
Yes.
Let me guess.
Yeah.
Well, don't you fret, little Varmint. Just step into my arena when you're...
Unless you're, like, gigantic and she's tiny or something, which I guess that is a thing that happens. Sad Sandy. Sandy's voice actress is the same person that did Ashley's voice in Resident Evil? Really? I did not know that. Did not know that at all. I did not know that. Alright, let's try again. Luck base. This one has some luck tied to it. The puzzle one, where you have to do the slide puzzle in under a certain amount of time, has a little bit of luck to it. Those are the only two I can think of off the top of my head, but there might be others.
Okay, we've got...
Just tell me.
Maybe
I'll
the
teach you a
45
few
points
moves.
in the Tough
You can
Man
press
Arena
the
in
action.
Goo Lagoon.
Ready? Ow! Ow!
It's really just we gotta keep her
Ow!
distracted for most of the time is the big
Ow!
thing.
Ow! 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 Ow!
Because you don't actually die in here. You won't run out of health or anything.
Ow! Ow!
And you can win with 1 point as well.
Ow! 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 Ow!
Have a chance this time. Ow!
Ow!
That was me saying ow.
Ow! 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 Ow!
No.
Ow!
Not today, Sandy.
Ow! 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 Ow!
Okay, that was actually surprisingly not that hard. 2 tries. 2 tries for one of the hardest achievements in the game. That was not that bad at all. Just 2 tries, that ain't bad at all. Yeah, that really was not that bad. So it's really just distract her and hope that nothing falls, like, directly on top of you, or else you have to destroy it. Not that bad.
Admit, SpongeBob,
Not bad at
that was
all.
some tussle.
Oh, you want...
Not bad at all, actually, so... That's another missable achievement done, and one of the ones I was worried about. Her in Resident Evil 4. Oh yeah, she was so irritating. Teasing her was always so fun. Help, Leon! Help, Leon! Help! Got offended by Lewis's comments when he said, and I see the president has equipped his daughter with ballistics, too. Or when you get in trouble for looking up her skirt in certain outfits. Alright, so we got through one of the more annoying achievements in the game already, so we're doing good on some of the annoying ones. Like, there's a few missables left that are potentially problematic, but I don't think there's anything insane. I don't think this list is above, like, a 3 out of 10 in difficulty.
Tree Dome. Where else in Bikini Bottom can you worry about dying from all this air?
This is probably going to end up being, like, a
That's
3 out of 10 in
strange.
difficulty,
I don't feel
especially
as
for
dry
people
as I
who, like,
usually
actually
do.
know how to
And
play
I
the
don't need my
game and have
helmet
played it in the
at all.
past.
The ground in here is soaking wet.
Alright, so Sandy's Tree Dome is the second shortest area in the game, so I'm going to save before I grab the last letter. Because I want to try to do the letter tile thing, or at least have a
Got all
backup
fired
for
up
it.
after our karate match. This play. Look, see?
So she needs us to plug some holes. That came out very weird. She needs us to plug them holes. Plug all them holes. There are 10 holes in this tree dome. And we have to plug all of them. So that's, what, 3 1/3 women that we have to plug? Am I right on the math on that? 3 1/3 holes that we have to plug on a woman, on women. It's like 3 women get them all plugged and 1 woman gets 1 plugged. I have no idea where I'm even trying to go with this. I'm probably pissing someone off with this comment, but whatever. There's only 142 doubloons here, so it's not... This is a very short, small area. What are you looking at, you pervert? Yeah, it's great. Blow them poles. Yeah, we fill in 10 different holes today. I ain't no porn star, so I don't know. That ain't never gonna be a thing that happens. Unless I was like the last man on Earth, maybe. Maybe then it would have a chance of happening. Alright, 3 more holes to plug. SpongeBob gives you plenty of innuendos back in the good old days. Without care about that. There's also no jellyfish to get here, which is nice. It's just the bees and the wasps. No jellyfish to get here. Which is a little bit nicer. I actually missed. I love how these acorns can plug these holes. That's not a thing that should actually happen. That seems very scientifically wrong. These will open up later. We can't get them yet. These will open up later. Best part was when Leon asked to try to jump from the high place. She complained about it hurting when she fell, and he said, "I think you'd be fine if you landed on her butt." That's a great one. And then she offered to give Leon a little bit of overtime, which he stupidly turns down, if you ask me. I don't know why you would turn that down. But he turned down the overtime. I mean, it was unpaid overtime, but it was compensated in a different way. Alright, Sandy, your holes are plugged.
Mission accomplished. All
Let me
the holes are
rephrase
plugged.
that. The holes in your tree dome are
SpongeBob, you're
plugged. Well, there was literally an achievement for that, which is hilarious. No,
Mission.
Ashley's in her
All
20s.
those
She's
holes
a
in my
college
dome make
student.
this place wetter inside
Thankfully,
than out.
trust me, I wondered
could
about
sure
that
use
back when I
something
first played the
special to
game,
spruce up this old
but she's
tree.
in her 20s, she's a college student, so thankfully it's not illegal. It's weird. Well, you know what? Leon actually isn't that old at the time of Resident Evil 4. He's probably in his early 30s, so it's not a significant...
Hey there, SpongeBob.
It's not an
Want some soup?
absurdly
Well,
significant
It's
difference.
a really weird acorn that makes fun.
A funny-looking acorn.
Why, isn't this the
Sandy, aren't you
fanciest
supposed to be a
doohickey you ever
genius?
done saw? This will look great on top of my tree. Hold on a sec while
Aren't
I
you
put it
supposed
up
to be a
there.
genius? Aren't you supposed to be a scientific genius? How do you allow this to happen?
SpongeBob! This is no acorn! Get up here right away!
Sandy, you're supposed to be a scientific genius. How the hell did you not realize what this thing actually was? I'm not a scientific genius, and I can tell the difference between a fucking acorn and a beehive. 27 and 20? Okay, yeah, that's not that bad. I have seen much worse than that. Because there are celebrities that are in their 50s that'll go out with 19-year-olds at this point. Yeah, really, age gaps I think are kind of a weird thing that people obsess over that they probably shouldn't. It's like, as long as you're both of age, it really doesn't matter that much. Like, sure, she might be dating you because she's a gold digger or something, but you're not doing anything illegal. Or even immoral. No, she's in her 20s, so thankfully. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with an age gap, because, like, I mean, even my parents are 2 years apart. And technically, like, my dad started dating my mom when he was, like, 17 and she was 15. So is that considered something illegal?
What seems to be the problem, Sandy?
So he would have been 18 when she was
That acorn you
16?
gave me is nothing more than a hive
So,
filled with
would that
angry
be
bees
something
and
that's
wasps.
somehow illegal?
Now someone has to get to
Is
the
a
top of
question?
the tree and get it down.
Let me guess. That someone is bright yellow and kind of square.
Your parents are 8 or 9 years
Okay,
apart.
I'll
That's
see
more
what
than
I can do
mine.
to get the
'Cause
hive
mine
out of
are
your tree.
a couple of years apart. My
Oh.
grandparents are about 4 years apart, I believe. Yeah, I think my grandparents are 4 years apart. Okay, so we need the jellyfishing costume. I don't know why I didn't bring it in here. That was just dumb on my part. I need to go grab the jellyfishing costume. Yeah, my grandparents are like 4 years apart. My parents are only 2 years apart. I know other people that are several years apart, like my good friend Marshall that I went to his wedding a few years ago. Him and his wife, that he's now a dad ×2 actually, which is crazy. But him and his wife are like 5 or 6 years apart. Because he's my age, he was one of the younger guys in my class, and she's like 36 or 37. So yeah, I don't think the age gaps should matter as much as people think they do, as long as everyone's of legal age and, you know, looks to be a fucking legal age. We actually are like halfway done with the tree dome already. Parents are about 9 years apart. Okay, then. Dad's 60, your mom's 52. Okay, yep. Yours like 4, 3. Okay, then. So yeah, it's not weird. Like, I think people fuss too much over that. Like, sure, it might be a little weird to see a 60-year-old dating a 20-year-old. Sure, I can understand where that might be considered weird. But you're not doing anything illegal. And, you know, like, maybe she's dating the man for the money or something, but that's his choice to accept that. If he's accepting to live that way, then that's up to him. If he wants to live that life, that is up to him. Real simple. Your dad's gonna turn 55 this year. My dad's gonna turn 66 this year. My mom's gonna turn 64 this year. Oops. Yeah, mom's gonna be 64 this year, but unfortunately they just changed the fucking retirement laws to where now you can't retire until you're 67 if you were born after 1960. My dad isn't affected by that because he was born in 1960. And he probably wouldn't have a problem working for another year because he actually went back to work because he got so bored of retirement after 2 fucking months. Which I still find insane. Which, I mean, he's not doing full-time, it's part-time now, so that's fair, but... So yeah, that means my mom has to work until 67 because of these bullshit laws, while our Congress people retire at 40. With billions in the bank, because they steal it all from us. Both sides do it. I fucking despise them. Both sides fucking do it. Given all the Epstein files releasing, they should all be hanging right now, or like 95% of them should be hanged right about now. Our founders would have hanged 99% of them by now. Stepfather would have been 60 this year. Personally, if you get older, youngest you date is a 19-year-old. I mean, I wouldn't be against dating an 18-year-old. I would be maybe a little weird on it, just because the implications. And I would want to absolutely verify, like, make her prove that she's old enough. Would be my question, like... Because I feel like there's someone out there that will lie in order to, like, screw people over. Dad looks like he's 40 to you. Oh, okay. I mean, my dad definitely looks younger than he is. He's in better shape than a lot of people in their 60s. Mom's gonna be 56 this year. I really am the old man of this group, aren't I? Okay, yeah, that's fair about thinking that she was 17-year-olds a week ago, which, I mean, technically, even so, it's still not illegal. But yeah, it could be potentially concerning for sure. It's like, as much as I like Kai Trump as a person, I don't know if I would date her because she is so young, because she's only 18 and she looks young like that. And that's saying, like, if I ever had a chance to date a billionaire, or the daughter or granddaughter of a billionaire, who is an actual fucking self-made billionaire at this point. Great person, but I would feel really weird dating someone with that much of an age difference that's just barely 18. That would feel really fucking weird. Okay, so now we got these platforms coming out that we have to wait for. Okay, we finished everything here for the money. Wasp! That still got some muscle. Surprises you. It's getting weird. Yeah, this is getting a little on the weird side. I think we're just talking, like, how the law probably should be on stuff. There's just all the screwed up facts of, like, you know, a 20-year-old woman that's a teacher gets with a 15-year-old man, and the woman will hardly be punished for it, even though it's technically statutory rape.
There are no...
And that's kind of a thing, like, it's a big double standard. Because that should still be considered statutory rape, because if it was, you reverse the genders, it is absolutely considered rape. Actually looks so much better in the remake. Yeah, I would say so. Okay, so we basically got this area 100% done, so we just have one more quick karate mission to do, which we don't actually have to do the way we did last time, thankfully. We just have to win.
We've got... Now, ready? Ow! Ow!
So we gotta be ready, because we gotta get 45 in the Tough Man Arena, which is gonna be one of the harder achievements in the game. That is actually one that I'm a little bit worried about, just because it's not a lot of time. That means, like, one thing every 1.2 seconds we have to hit. Okay, 45 is gonna be a little bit of a tough thing, so that's gonna be one of the harder achievements in the game. Unless there's a lot more things that drop in that. Because in the past, I only ever cared about winning, because that's all you had to care about without worrying about retro achievements. And here we're only going to get 30. That one won't even break. Yeah, here we only got 31 or 32, so...
Must contain...
Well, shucks.
Oh, I should have saved before this. Crap. Okay, we'll save before the next one. That's fine. We can always replay these. That's not that big of an issue. We can always just save before one of them. Let's try this one, then. It's only ever 5 moves, so... Oh, he missed. I actually would have had it there. I actually would have had it there if I hadn't have missed. Well, actually, I don't know if I would have.
Bring it around town.
Yeah, ironically, that's going to be one of the hardest trophies in the game. That is easily going to be one of the hardest achievements in the game, because that is an insanely tight time limit for that minigame. We're saying WTF for Cassie. Which part of it? Which part of this weird-ass fever dream of a game are we looking at? Speaking of weird-ass fever dreams of a game, I don't know if Creature from the Krusty Krab has a list, but my god, if that one ever gets a list, we have to play that. That is just one of the weirdest games I've ever seen in my entire life. That is easily one of the weirdest games ever made. Okay, the Dutchman's treasure in the Sandy's house. It's a pair of dentures. It looks fucking disgusting. Yep, we went to SpongeBob's head to solve a slide puzzle.
I've been looking for you.
Sorry, but my yard sale is over. You should have shown up on time if you wanted to buy something.
I never buy what I want. I just take it. And you're what I'm here for. Another member for my ghostly crew.
Uh-oh.
But according to my book on evil spirits, the Flying Dutchman is only supposed to take the ones who disturb his rest.
But that little snail feller is working out so well, and my old crew is so lazy. Can't we overlook
Bit of foreshadowing, by the way.
Just think how nice it will be when you're a member of the Dutchman's crew.
Bit of foreshadowing. Not going to spoil any more, but a bit of foreshadowing for this game. Alright, so that's 3 areas basically done. We have one thing left to do in downtown, but we'll do that later, so that's not a big deal. So next up, we head to Jellyfishing Fields. Let's grab a fresh new pair of underwear. Let's head to our next destination, which we're going to need a changing tent because we are currently not in the costume that we need. Okay, so Squidward has been taken, but there is now a jellyfish available to us here in Bikini Bottom that we can collect with our fishing gear. So we're going to switch back over to fishing gear because we're going to need a lot in the next area. Because our next area is the Field of the Jellies. Did anyone else out there at some point in their life think that jellyfish actually provided jelly? Easy achievement, but did anyone out there actually think that jellyfish provided jelly? I probably did when I was a children. I am just curious to know who else did. How many areas are there? There's 7 total. So there's Bikini Bottom, Downtown, Sandy's Tree Dome, Jellyfish Fields, Goo Lagoon, Chum World, and the Dutchman's main base of operations. Which is where we're gonna get the booty lines. I can't fucking wait for the booty lines, guys. The fucking booty lines, let's go. I can't wait for that. Who be digging around in my booty? Because that is literally a line that is said. I'm surprised there's only 84 jellyfish in Jellyfish Fields. Thought it'd be more. Halt! Who be digging around in my booty? Butterflies are made of butter. That's definitely something I would have believed as a children. We didn't have a lot of butterflies, though. We had, like, fireflies back in the old days. You could catch them and put them in a lantern. Like, make them be your lantern. Fun days of being a children. I'm sure I believe the whole jellyfish provide actual jelly at some point in my life. I was a very gullible children. Sour Patch Kids are made of kids. I never believed that one, but I did play a really weird-ass Sour Patch Kids game back on the PS3 that's been delisted for years. It's called World Gone Sour, and it was really fucking weird. I played it a very, very long time ago. Because it had a relatively easy trophy list, all things considered. I kind of forgot about that game until you mentioned Sour Patch Kids. One hold a balloon over there. Oh, wait, no, there's that and a jellyfish. Never mind. But yeah, I'm surprised there's not more jellyfish here. Like, I think it has the most jellyfish of any area by, like, a large margin, to be fair. At the same time, it could probably have had more, given that it's, you know, fucking jellyfish fields. What's the game called again? It's called, like... God, is it called, like, World of Sour or something? You know what? I'm gonna save the game, and we're gonna look this up now, because now I'm curious. I think it's called World of Sour, but let me quickly look at PSN profiles for that. I have to go back to the earliest days of my fucking profile. Like, this is so fucking far back. Because I played this many years ago. Back when shovelware was really not a thing on PlayStation. I'm scrolling back to it on my account right now, so let's see if we can find it. Abs Animals, Beer Pong, Brothers, Sim... Okay, yep, here it is. World Gone Sour is the name of it. It's called World Gone Sour. And it's a Sour Patch Kids video game. As weird as that sounds, it is a Sour Patch Kids video game. It has 12 trophies. Played it all the way back in those old days. It was really weird. And not very good, obviously, but very weird. So there are at least one miscellaneous achievement for this area for the great white jellyfish, which I am not looking forward to that one, because I feel like that one's going to be a giant pain in the ass. It was delisted? Yeah, it's been delisted for a long time. But back in the day, it was considered one of the easier games you could do. So that's probably why I bought it back when I was in, like, high school. That was literally fucking high school, by the way. I was literally, like, still in high school at that point. Which is just insane. Yeah, I would have been back in high school at that point. Which, I mean, I didn't really start doing YouTube stuff until junior year of high school for the most part. And especially in senior years when I started to ramp things up, but still. Plankton's gonna be here to tell us something.
I want to see Chum World for myself, Plankton. How do I get in?
You would take the bus in Bikini Bottom.
But we need a special key for it, or a special pass, which we do not currently have, but we will probably be able to get. What's that yellow jellyfish running? They usually don't run. I'm not looking forward to that great white jellyfish achievement. That one's gonna piss me off because I'm not really sure how you do it normally. It's structured to be a little bit on the more unreasonable side.
Hey there, young fella. You here for the job?
Yep, we have to collect 100 jellyfish for the prize. Which is this reef blower. I love how he says you can have any prize in the corral when the only prize is the reef blower because he won't give up his racing snails. Which is not like SpongeBob would give up Gary for a racing snail, most likely. Would he? Maybe in the modern seasons, maybe he would. I don't really know. Jellyfish creep me out a little bit with going swimming and stuff because they pop up all the time in the area where we have a beach house, Topsail Island. They pop up all the time and they're, I don't know, like, I think it's an irrational fear of being stung by one when their stings are like, yeah, they hurt, but they can't be that bad. I've been stung on my tongue by a bee before. So I can't imagine a jellyfish is going to be that fucking bad. Yeah, I've been stung on my tongue by a bee. That happened a few years ago. That happened many years ago at this point, actually. Back when I was at the COVID testing site, the drive-thru testing site. And I had a thing that was open on my table. Like a drink thing that was open at my table. And a bee flew over to it and stung me when I was trying to take a drink. That was not fun. And, like, it didn't really swell it or anything. I think I got kind of lucky that it didn't inject much venom into it. But that was not fucking fun. That was not a good time. That actually startled me, because I was not expecting that to happen. Which I probably should have given we were outside all the time. Buy it right now if you could. No Rocky in the racing shells. Yep. Yeah, Cassie, that was not a fun time when that happened. Oh, SpongeBob just died. That was not a fun time when that happened. That was very unpleasant, but I got very lucky in that it must not have injected all of its venom into me when it stung me. Because my tongue still worked. If that makes any sense. So it's like I got stung, but I was able to use it fairly quickly after that. To talk and everything, because I couldn't even talk at first. My coworkers were like, you know, are you okay with that? It's like, yeah, I was scared at first, but like, ended up happening. It's just a little bee, though. They're not hurting anyone. They only hurt people if you actually bother them in the first place, so... This platform makes no sense whatsoever. It's a giant floating fucking carrot world. Yeah, we're in giant carrot land, by the way. I have to do this because I can't get to that one otherwise. No, it still won't let me get to it. What? What? Game? How am I supposed to get to that doubloon? Am I just supposed to die jumping to it? From the other platform? Is that what you want me to do? I mean, that's fine if that's what you want me to do. I would just like you to make that a little bit more clear. Yeah, that was not fun, but thankfully I am not allergic to bee stings, as I found out when I was a lot younger. I found out when I was out shooting one day. I got stung by one that decided to show up and just sting me for no good reason. And I like the bees. I like watching them. I love having them in my garden because they show up and they pollinate things. And they're fucking adorable because they get drunk off the nectar. It's literally the funniest thing ever. Like, they're hilarious when you get them drunk on nectar. They're actually hilarious. Yeah, they're actually hilarious because you can... Okay, jump to this one. Get it. Thank God. Okay, that's done. Yeah, they're really, really funny when you get them in your garden because, like, if you have a lot of flowery things, they'll start humping the flowers to get the nectar out of them. And they're really adorable because at that point they'll start, like, they'll fall asleep while crawling on the flowers and it's really cute. They'll just, like, fall asleep while climbing on the flower. And they'll just sort of give you a look like, hey, I'm here. Don't bother me. I'm just here. I just want some nectar. I just want to get high. Just let me get high. Just let me get a little high here. And it's adorable. I love it. Every year I love it. When they crawl on the sunflowers, I freaking love it. Because they come there for nectar. Because they come to my garden for the nectar. And then they just start crawling on the flowers, and I just look at them and they're like, they just give me that look like, hey, I'm here. I'm a bee. I get nectar. Don't bother me and I won't bother you. And that's the end of it. It's like how spiders that show up in the house are. I just tell them to leave and they leave within 2 days. If I see a spider in the house, I'll just tell it, like, bro, I don't mind you being here, but I would rather you leave, so just go ahead and leave in the next couple of days. And within 2 days, the spider leaves. I have that very weird animal whisperer gene. I do truly think I have some kind of weird animal whisperer gene. Because I can, like, get along with or even control, like, a lot of different animals for some reason. I don't know why. It's just kind of a thing. And even, like, weird animals that are not, like, normally things you think of. Even, like, lizards and iguanas and stuff, like when we go to Aruba. I hope that respawns. Because like when we go there, the iguanas, they come right up to me and they let me pet them and feed them hand-fed. And it's adorable. They come right up to me and start begging for food immediately, and I feed them by hand. And it's adorable. Basically the wild thornberries, pretty much, yeah. I can't necessarily speak to them, but they seem to all like me. I don't know what it is. I guess some people just are lucky enough to have that as like a gene. They just come right up, especially dogs. Like, dogs especially are the things that'll come right up to me. Like, dogs, I see one even just out in the street and it'll run right up to me consistently, demanding an immediate belly rub and acknowledgement and treats and all that kind of stuff. And I love dogs. They are better than humans in every possible way. I love them far more than humans. They provide only happiness and only the best of life. Even though my dog is really stupid, he's not intelligent in the slightest, and he's scared of everything, but he's so sweet, so happy, so lovey. Like, he needs to be touching you at all times. He needs to be rolled over on his back at all times. He's so cute. Large spiders, you guess, but you're very afraid of hornets. Okay, hornets is fair. I don't like those either. That's fair. Especially like Japanese murder hornets and shit. Remember when that was like a thing for like a month back in 2020 before COVID happened? And everyone was afraid of the murder hornets coming and killing them? 2020 was such an insane year. It had positives for me. I met my longest-term girlfriend. Yeah, I don't mind hornets. Like, or I mean, I understand the hornets, like, being a problem. They actually do bother me, actually. Let me rephrase that. They actually are kind of a problem. Because we get them every now and then in the southeast, and they're not fun to deal with. They're very, very rude and very evil. They're not something I want to deal with, especially Japanese style hornets. Not an animal, but you're scared of mannequins. Okay, mannequins are really weird. That's like mimes and stuff. Those things are really weird. Okay, hover back over, grab this. If I don't miss the platform, that'd be great. Because I can't respawn the pearl unless I leave the area, apparently. I should invest in Solana back in the day. Was buying V-Bucks for Fortnite as a 14 to 16-year-old. I was probably just playing PSN games and just trying to stay alive. My depression and anxiety and shit. If I had to guess at that point in time. Santa, Fortnite is pretty lame now. I mean, I haven't played Fortnite in forever. I played a little bit in like 2018 and like barely at all. There are so many things we could have invested in. They would have been adults at the time and knew what was coming. I am not looking forward to that great white jellyfish achievement. That one is going to piss me off, I already know. I am not looking forward to that great white jellyfish achievement. I already can tell that I'm going to be pissed off trying for it. It's just knowing the behavior of the jellyfish in this game, that one is not going to be fun. Only about 40% of the way, we haven't gone into 2 of the areas of this level. There's more platforms over there for me to jump to in just a second. They had 3 of the best decades ever to invest. Oh, yeah. The boomers had it so much easier than we did. They're like, oh, we had to buy at 10 or 12% interest. Oh, no. Yeah, you also had houses that cost 3 years' salary versus 20 years nowadays. And you also had food that wasn't a fucking breaking point for people. I hate them. My boss is one of them. My CEO is one of them. Like, he is the most... I've said this before. He is the most stereotypical boomer that has ever boomered. Like, he is the most stereotypical boomer that has ever boomered. Like, he thinks that rewards are notes saying that you did a good job, is the thing. Like, he's that kind of a boomer. Now, don't get me wrong, he is not Adam. He is not Adam, he is not anywhere close to Adam as a person. He's just a stereotypical boomer. Adam was a satanic piece of shit that was probably sold his soul by him. Adam probably sold his soul. The current CEO is just a fucking boomer. Just the straight up definition of a boomer. Adam was probably a legit Satanist that probably sold his soul. So there is a difference between that. The current CEO, I would take any day of the year over Adam. I will take a dumbass boomer any day over a fucking piece of shit Satan spawn type of person. Again, there's never anyone I have hated the way that I hate Adam as a person, and the way that I want him to suffer. I'm not usually a vengeful person, but I'm not a forgetful person. I don't forget things that people do to me. The coins sound like you buy something in a shop and you collect them. I don't know, man. I really don't. Just an old sound effect from an old-ass game. But yeah, like, John is literally just like a stereotypical straight-up fucking boomer. And nothing else. He's not a bad person, he's just a boomer. Which has its own connotations. Adam was literally, like, probably a spawn of Satan, if I had to guess. It's why they're now bankrupt, and it's why Adam's going to be spending his entire eternity in hell. Being raped by random people, so yeah, that's not going to be fun for him. But quite frankly, I can't feel sorry for him because he's the biggest piece of shit I've ever known in my entire life. I've never hated another human being the way I hate him. To invest in, the super cheap will be super valuable, the markets are so oversaturated. And it's crazy because I started looking at some stuff that we inherited from my great-grandparents a few years back. And we're trying to figure out some of it. Parents tasked me with finding it out, and my grandparents tasked me with finding it out. So it's like, we have... oh, there's a jellyfish down there that I didn't catch. Damn it. So it's like, some of the things we have, a lot of them are useless. Like, most of our wheat pennies don't have any real value because wheat pennies just don't have value unless they're like a super collectible version of them. But we do have a bunch of $2 bills that are sequential. Like, multiple $2 bills that are in various sequences, which apparently makes them way more valuable. I'm also still trying to figure out why my great-grandfather had a bunch of $2 bills from, like, the D Mint, which I think is Washington, like Washington State, not Washington, D.C. for some reason. Still trying to figure that one out. Like, most of the wheat pennies aren't worth much, but some of them actually are worth something, I think. A few of them are, the one that has proofs. And the $2 bills that are in sequence actually are worth something, because sequential bills actually do have value. From what I understand. I don't really understand how it all works, but they do have some level of value. Anyone should think about second or $1,000 or $100 bills? Maybe so, but like the $2 bills, like they're pretty rare now. They're not heavily made, and he had a whole bunch of them that are in actual series, so like consecutive numbers, and that apparently significantly ups the value of them. I don't know entirely how that works, but from what the internet says, that definitely ups the value of them. And like the wheat pennies, they don't have like silver or anything in them, so they're not really anything special. So this is going to be one that I'm worried about. We have to stay off the great white jellyfish for... Never mind. Let's try that one again without immediately dying. So we have to stay on the great white jellyfish, and we have to be off of it for 60 seconds. Which is not gonna be one of the easier things in this game. This is one that I actually am kind of worried about, because I'm not really sure what the best way to do this is gonna be. Because you have to stay on board, but it jumps off constantly. I don't know, maybe if you know the pattern, maybe you can do it a little bit better. 6%. That's gotta be it. You gotta know what the pattern is and know exactly when to jump off. That's the only thing I can think of with this. Okay, I probably won't get it this time, but I might be able to get it in the future. It's not 60 seconds at once, right? Because that's the way the achievement's tracking. It can't be 60 seconds at once, because that's not actually possible. It has to be 60 seconds total. That's not actually possible at 60 seconds at once. Because you fail after like 30 seconds off it, or like 10 seconds off it. This is gonna take a few tries, most likely, to figure out. That's what we saved right before it. This is one that I was worried about, to be honest, so... How are you supposed to stay off this thing for that long, though? Wait. I'm worried about how that tracker is counting. I'm actually worried about how that tracker is counting. It'd be great at being friends with some World War II vet that has a bunch of the co-orders from... Oh god, that'd be amazing. I wonder if my... I don't know if he was considered a cousin or what. That fought in Vietnam, if he might have like a bunch of old stuff that we never inherited. I don't know, other family members might have inherited that, I don't know. Oh, this is actually really, really annoying. This is one that, like I said, I was actually pretty worried about. Yeah, this is one I was worried about. We're at 17%, which is only 1/6 the way. %. Holy shit, this is gonna be difficult. I might have to think up a solution to this one. Yeah, I may have to think up some kind of solution to this one because this is actually quite challenging, to say the least. Because 60 seconds is a long time to be off of this jellyfish. What? That took away my counter? What? What? That took away from my counter. What the hell? Something glitched there. Hang on just a minute. Something glitched there. Yeah, sad. It's that rare to find him. Okay, that's weird. hang on just a second here. I am gonna go check this and see if there's something off with this one. I'm gonna check this because I feel like I'm missing something here. So let's see what he did for this. I want to make sure I'm not screwing this one up. Okay, so he jumps off basically every possible chance you get to jump off of. But it's like it reset at one point without me actually trying to reset it. Yeah, if you hear any weird audio, I'm just watching a video right now trying to figure out what this person did to do this. Because something seems off with this, like I'm probably screwing something up, in all honesty. Yeah, it gets up to 65% by the time the thing goes around that one corner. 70% by the time it goes around that corner. But he doesn't... It's like his timer doesn't go down? Okay, he might be a hacker, but... the dude I'm following, looking at with that might be a hacker. But... it's at least worth trying. Yeah, it might be a hacker, but it might be worth trying at least. That's a long time to stay off this stupid jellyfish. It's very hit or miss as to what counts against you. Something percent. Over 30%. Well, I failed. Wait. Will this actually count for me? It does not. Dang it. Okay, I was hoping that might actually count, but it doesn't, so we actually have to be on it. This is probably going to be the hardest achievement in the entire game, the way things are going. This actually seems like really, really difficult. No crap! Oh God, why? Yeah, this achievement is going to be a pain in the ass, I can already tell. Clearly untested by the people that put it in the game. Clearly only ever obtained by like one crazy person ever, not by multiple people, so it was never officially tested correctly. One person either hacking or doing it on casual mode. Not my fault. He fell off without me falling off. Not my fault. Not my fault at all, he just fell off without me telling him to fall off. At least have health again, though. That timer doesn't count correctly, by the way. That's part of the problem, is that counter does not count correctly. That timer doesn't. Yeah, that counter is not counting correctly. %. Yeah, that does not count correctly. %. 75%. %. Where'd it go? What? Oh, that was close. Oh, that was so fucking close. We're almost there. We're almost there. Oh, thank God. We got it. It doesn't even matter if we fail again. We got the achievement. Thank God. Okay, that is one that I was really actually worried about. Thank God it popped. Alright, so yeah, that was one of the ones I was worried about. Okay, thank God. One of the hardest miscellaneous achievements in the game is done. Let's save our game, because I don't trust this right now. Thank God. There's still a lot of stuff we have. We have a lot of stuff we still have to find, but thank God that is done. That is one of the things I was kind of worried about with this game. So with that cleared, I'm not as worried about most of the remaining stuff, aside from beating the Dutchman without taking a hit. And, like, the trophy leading up to him. I don't see anything else here. Ice cream does sound nice. Ice cream with baklava. Honey and fresh out of the oven. Out of the oven, yeah, that sounds good. Like, we get it sometimes as a dessert from, like, catering people. I like the taste of it, but I don't think it's, I don't love it necessarily, if that makes any sense. Like, I like it a lot, but I don't necessarily love it the way I do something as simple as ice cream. That's just personally me, though. That's just entirely on me. The surprise boys tank from Detroit become human. Oh, okay. Yeah, baklava. It's not a dessert I normally consume. And it's not something I'm against, it's just not something that I absolutely love. It's good on occasion, but it's not something that I want to eat, you know, any sort of consistency. Okay, I don't think I have enough yet for this. Probably not.
It takes one.
Didn't think so. Alright, let's go to the other area jellyfish fields. Yeah, it's good. Don't get me wrong. I think it tastes very good. It's just not, like, my favorite thing in the world. And then again, when I go to the doctor, like, a month from now or, like, 2 weeks from now, I'm gonna ask him about potentially going on to Ozempic or one of the other weight loss drugs. At this point, like, I'm very willing to try something else and try to lose weight off of it. Either turkey or grease. Yeah, I've never had it from turkey or grease. I've just had it from, like, local places when they bring it as the dessert. Like, sometimes we get Greek food for our lunches that are catered, so that's where I try it from. Would try it? Yeah. It's worth trying. It's good. Even from, like, I guess you could say affiliated restaurants. Okay, we got a shitload of jellyfish here. Let's catch these jellyfish. That's a path forward that we'll take here in a second. Okay. Alright. America doesn't taste anywhere near as good. I'm sure it doesn't taste as good here. I'm sure pasta in Italy tastes like actual pasta. Well, yeah, here it's cheap shit, but I do sometimes buy, like, the organic noodles and stuff, and they taste better. But yeah, like, I'm sure it doesn't taste the same here. I'm not denying that at all. And Italy is the next country I would like to visit, so that is, like, my next big thing I would like to visit. Yeah, Italy's next up on the chopping block. That makes it sound negative, but, like, next place I want to visit is Italy. But I mean, I would not mind going back to Japan and just, like, straight up moving to Japan and living there permanently. I would not be against that, because I loved it so much there. Patrick has a stomachache. And he pukes the thing out. Wait.
Get out of my belly, square thingy!
Does he not puke it out?
Get...
There he goes! Jeez, why would he not puke it out previously?
What?
And now he wants to eat the giant square thing because he's stupid and because he's Patrick. Easy enough. Also, want to travel to Italy. Parents aren't even going to go anywhere. Tickets are too expensive. Vaccine costs way too much to go to. Yeah, Italy is a place, like, the food, the people, everything. The art, the architecture. There's so much good for going there. That's the place that me and my parents want to go, but at the same time, there's a big part of us that wants to just go back to Japan and, like, potentially make that an actual home. Because Japan was amazing when we went there. That was one of the greatest trips I've ever taken in my entire life. Probably the greatest trip I've taken in my life. And it's like, it's even better now because Japan just elected its most right-wing government in history. With over a 2/3 majority, so they can literally amend the Japanese constitution to do whatever the hell they want. And they can make Japan for people of Japan, which is amazing. And I'm part Japanese, so I can actually go back. I can go there freely. And even if I couldn't go there freely, like, I'm gonna go there respecting the fucking customs of my own home country and shit like that. I can go there, but I'm not going to cause any problems because it's literally my homeland, and I'm not going to go and cause shit to happen there. There's some coins down there. Italy or Greece. Italy would definitely be a honeymoon location. Yeah, Italy seems great. Not use France. Yeah, I would not go to France. France is kind of a shithole at this point. I'm sorry to say it, but France is not a place I would want to go these days. I can still speak a little bit of the language, but otherwise, I would not go there. Yeah, France is kind of a shithole at this point. Like, it wasn't bad at all when I was there back in, like, 2013, but nowadays, it's kind of a shithole. I'd much rather go to Italy or Greece or England or something else. Because at least in England they speak English. And I mean, again, I still speak a little bit of French. Oops, I actually died. Wait, I actually died? Really? Well, that's embarrassing. Yeah, France was great in like 2012 or 2013 when I went there, but nowadays I would not voluntarily go there. Not if I'm paying to go there, at least. If I'm going there for free, that's a different situation, but that's not something that's ever going to happen, so. Loudville consider Paris the city of love. Oh yeah, like it's a shithole now. It's as bad as any of the big cities here in the U.S. Because I hear you guys up there in New York, because the communists always tell the truth, you're now increasing property taxes because the communists didn't like the way things are going, so they're now increasing property taxes. Who doesn't love tax increases? We love tax increases. Those are the greatest things ever. And Paris is an extension of that. Like, sure, I would love to be able to eat the bread without gaining weight, because it doesn't have all the shit that it has in this country in it. Sure, I will give them that. That's literally every other country in the world. But I also love my freedom. I love being able to own a dozen plus guns of different calibers because I enjoy having them.
Okay, I got it.
And that's our ticket to Chum World. Yay, we got it. And we do have to get every single one of these little random doubloons around these pools of electric death. Yeah, Paris was at one point that, but nowadays I would not. I would not go there in the modern day. Unless I'm in like a big group of like military guys or something. maybe then. Like me and Lizard Guy and some of his military buddies, maybe go with them. That's about it. Wow, that's lagging. Okay, that's fine. I haven't gotten to the coins here yet anyway, so that's fine. There's a whole area back there you can go and explore, but there's nothing really there. These guys have a more crisp model in this version than they did in the GameCube version. Okay, let's get him over here. Even if we get stung, it's fine. Let's let him come back. There's one on the ground down there, but otherwise we should be in pretty good shape on the jellyfish. And they have like a weird coloration to them on the PS2 version for some reason. Like a weird shading effect. Nothing in there for us. Like I said, you're going to be hearing this jellyfishing song a lot. There's only 3 more here. I think I know where all of them are. There's 2 up here, and there's 1 down below. Crap! Oh, crap. That was my fault. I should not have fallen on that. That was my fault entirely. I have no one to blame but myself on that one. I have no one to blame but myself for that missed jump. Still here, give me the name of the artifacts you have. Are you guys talking Skyrim stuff again? What the hell? Okay, that was not my fault. That was not my fault in the slightest. That was literally the game glitching. I would love to know what made me fall off the cliff that time. Okay, there's 2 more jellyfish. They're up on the upper ledge. Alright, game, don't screw me over again, please. Oh, fuck off, game. This is taking so long for no good reason. It's at a point where it's just wasting people's time. Yes, I know your jellyfish is here. Just let me go to the other platform. And stop having me fail this stupid jump that should not be failed. Okay, yeah, that jump is not a problem. So we go to here. Are you actually going to count me walking across this plank this time? You did, thank God. Got it. And that's everything here. Jellyfish Fields is cleared. Outside of litter tiles, so let's go back. We got the miscellaneous trophy here, thankfully. Let me make sure this is all tracking on my profile. Gonna check my profile here. So there's plenty of completionist-based things left, that's fine, but what's left unmissable? Porthole Plunge, Pea and Goo Lagoon, Tough Banana and Goo Lagoon, Treasure in Dutchman's graveyard. Dutchman. Okay, yeah, we are good. We are literally good at this point. Because, like, everything else is Dutchman's graveyard and beyond, so we are in very good shape right now. We're at 100% for the first, like, 4 areas of the game. That's probably where we're going to end off tonight, so we're probably just going to end off on... finish Jellyfish Fields tonight, and then finish off downtown. That thing literally doesn't launch high enough. That's hilarious. That actually does not launch high enough. You have to go on the jellyfish to get up high enough. That's hilarious. The joke walkthrough this game back in the day. Oh man, that is a fucking throwback, man. Thank you, Nacho. Thank you for that. That is a fucking throwback. That is a crazy throwback to think of, because that was so long ago. That was back when, like, Chuck Conroy did a joke Let's Play of, like, a Mother game or something, or whatever it was. That was a very long time ago. But yeah, thank you for stopping by even all these years later. This game is fun, don't get me wrong. I enjoy this game a lot, and it's fun to be able to do it for retro achievements. I better have enough jellyfish. There's not like there's any more jellyfish in the game. Alright, we got the oversized hair dryer, which is the reef blower. Which means we can do things again. The snails broke out. Of course, thanks. Yeah, thanks for that, man. I appreciate the support for all these years.
Gee, sorry
It's crazy
about
to think
that.
back to
I've
those
never
times
used one of those
when I was
before.
doing Let's Plays.
From now on, use a changing tent to put on that reef blower, just to be safe. You can press the action
Let's
button to roll
Plays were a
something
big thing
with
back
it,
in the day.
or to activate a
Nowadays, they're not really much of a
And some
thing
critters
unless
are
you
actually
like
afraid of the
Markiplier or
reef
someone
blower,
that can
like
actually
my poor
pull the
old racing
audience from
snails.
one.
How will I ever get them back into my corral?
Because he's doing some getting
Don't
over
worry,
it type
Rusty.
of game.
I'll herd all your snails back into the corral for you using this.
Yeah, he's doing some kind of, like, getting over it type of game. Okay, so this is at least a little more useful than the Merman costume that's completely useless as of, like, 2 things the entire game. Then, was that all of them? Oh crap, there's one more. Yep, there is one more. Hang on, get him back in. Now we're good.
You did it!
And there's a letter tile, let's go! So the 60-second letter tile thing, or not 60-second, but 80-second one, we're not gonna be able to do that one immediately, so we might just save that one for a replay. How'd we get going? Glad caught this. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by. It's good. It's crazy to see someone that was around back in those old days. We're not gonna be streaming that much longer though, because it's almost midnight, so not gonna be streaming that much later. I don't know how you're supposed to do that in 80 seconds. That's gonna be a tough one, so that's gonna be one that I go back for on a subsequent playthrough. Once I've gotten all the other achievements, probably just go back and do that in the first area. It's probably gonna be the best option. But tonight, I want to finish off this area and downtown, so we'll at least have 4 areas done. If that makes any sense. So I want to at least have 4 areas done tonight. So thankfully I know exactly where this treasure is. People that are playing this game for the first time would not know this. But I do know exactly where it is. I know exactly where it is. Ah, you can make that jump in the other version of the game, I'm pretty sure. Okay, the game is not going to allow it here. No! No, 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 no. Oh, shit. Well, damn. This is just, like, trying to cause problems at this point. Which this game has more of an open dynamic world, I guess you could say, than some games out there. I know you can make this jump in at least one version of the game. We have to use this stupid jellyfish to get up higher again. Come on, game! This is not a thing that anyone has had to deal with. Come on! Seriously, this is not a normal problem for most people. Just go where you're supposed to go. Okay, yeah, just use that. Speed things up, please. I'm sure speedrunners would have had this knocked out a long time ago. And there's a treasure, thank God. The glasses, which are the only thing they don't say you to, for some reason.
SpongeBob! SpongeBob! Hello? Oh, where is he? I'm tired of being alone all the time.
Well, you're not gonna be alone on the Dutchman ship, boy.
Part of my pirate crew.
Part of a pirate crew? Oh, good.
Patrick's
Lord,
actually
please. I
super
won't be alone
into it
anymore.
for some reason.
Okay, now.
Which is kinda funny.
I'm just going to hypnotize you so we can...
What are we waiting for? Let's get going already.
So, just keep your eye on this Patty.
Yeah, Patrick's
Am I
super
gonna be
into
part
it,
of
by
your
the way.
crew or not?
And he's easily taken. So we're gonna knock out downtown tonight, and that's gonna be the end of tonight's stream. So once we knock out downtown, we'll be all done. Progress is looking good, though. Like, we've gotten all the missable achievements. There's nothing insanely hard so far. Like, there's a couple of annoying things, but that's about it. So yeah, let's knock out downtown, and then we'll be done for tonight. Yeah, sweet. I'm not completely done for tonight. We gotta knock out downtown, but once downtown's done, we'll be done for tonight. Did a lot this stream. That's good then. Yeah, I wanted to knock out downtown this stream, and then as soon as we're done with that, we're going to be calling the night. Which I'm not looking forward to the next week or so. Our dumbass Indian refuses to do her damn work, but it's actually starting to cause problems, so we'll see what happens. See if maybe she actually gets fucking punished for it. That'll be amazing. I just don't really see it being a thing that's gonna happen because Indians don't get punished in this world, unfortunately. It sucks. Thought I was done. Yeah, I'm gonna be done as soon as I finish off this one last thing in downtown. Once I finish this, I'll be done for tonight. Gonna play some more Hawaii after the stream. Gotta some shit, give me some barns, being productive. Now, our Indian is a useless human being that should not exist. And just causes problems for everyone else.
Hey, sure.
And just only seeks to make everyone else's life hell. Is like her entire existence is to make everyone else's life hell. And our manager's finally starting to get fed up with it, so we'll see what happens. I like to think that means things will happen. But given our stupid-ass doctor, we'll see if it happens or not. Because he doesn't seem to believe in consequences or anything like that, unless you're a straight white male like me. Well, I mean, I'm not a straight white male, I'm a straight Asian male, but regardless. You can put 2 of these into any given trash hole, so... This is actually okay. You can put 2 of these in any one of these manholes. Love the beachy music. So yeah, probably one more stream to finish this game because we'll be done with downtown here. So it'll just be Goo Lagoon, the Dutchman's Graveyard, and Chum World at that point, I believe. So yeah, only 3 more areas left with this, so... So yeah, 3 more areas after this, so we should be able to do it next stream. If not, it'll be at most 2 streams to finish this game, but I think 1 more stream will probably be enough. Push this way. And we got Tomodachi Life coming out like a month from now, which I'm super fucking excited for. That's gonna be a thing that we're gonna stream. Even if it's just me being a dumbass playing the game, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't freaking wait for that. That's definitely going to be a streamed game. Cannot wait for that. It's going to be so much fun. We might do like a Bachelor, but it's just like me versus, 20 girls on the island or something. And then they all just decide to go against me and turn all like gay or something. I can see that happening with my luck. Trash compactor. Where actually is the trash compactor? Up here? It's up a little further than I thought. Okay, there's Sandy right there, so we can knock this out. Happens a
Thanks for all
lot.
your help, SpongeBob.
Alright, let's see if we can solve the puzzle here. If we don't, that's fine. We'll do it later on. That's not that big a deal. We can do it later on. Help, SpongeBob. Almost got it. Almost got it right there. I think it's going to depend on what the layout is in order to get that one achievement, because that's the one that I'm actually one of the most worried about, just because of the way it's designed. Okay, I remember where the treasure is here because I played this game a long time ago, so it is right over here. Easy peasy. So we're gonna watch the cutscene here, and that's gonna be the end of tonight's stream. Though I'm still not entirely sure how we're gonna beat one of those mini games.
There we go. Everything's spick and span the way it should be.
If it's cleaning you enjoy, then have I got the ship for you.
Stay back, you no-good ghost wrangler, 'cause I've got a knuckle sandwich with your name on it.
Uh-oh.
There's no need to resort to violence when I can just hypnotize you into obedience.
Alright. So that is going to be it for tonight. We're going to save the game here. That's going to be it for tonight. We have 4 areas cleared, 3 more to go. So yeah, hopefully next stream we can finish this platinum. Or, well, not even platinum, 100%. So yeah, hopefully next time we'll be able to finish this 100%. Progress is good, but there's a few questionable areas that we haven't finished yet. So, yeah, go ahead and save this, and yeah, that's going to be it. So, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully see you guys back here tomorrow for more streaming. Otherwise, I'll see you guys later this week.